Can you feel it? We're back. We're hanging out, and I'm excited to see all you big-ass bitches. It's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of craziness, so make sure you do me a favor and like the show. Welcome to Monday, where we're hanging out and chilling. We're talking about bricks and minifigs and the RICO suit. Me, very, very interesting. Also, Asmongold. Also, a lot of other stuff that seems to be going weird lately. So we're going to talk about all of that. So make sure you do me a big-ass favor. Like the show. Get the hell on it. Diggity doggone it. And let's get to it. We have a, hold on. Where are they at? Oh, I forgot how StreamYard works. It's been like a whole 2 weeks. I guess not. So we had 2 super chats before the stream started. Nick says, have you seen the video uploaded by Echo Base Network with the X-Bam store owner? Yes, I have it pulled up for later if I can get to it for sure. It's pretty wild. I just saw it earlier when you told me about it. Thank you, brother. Billy says you should react to Louis Rosman's video on Twitter. It's a wild situation. I will once I get past all the other stuff that I got to talk about. So get the hell on it, doggone it. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for all your love. Don't forget, we're up against a 627th Naked Snake in a row. 627 in a row. Shout out to all the boys keeping the streak alive. I appreciate you. Get the hell on it, doggone it. And without further ado, let's bring PDH on to hang out with us tonight.
Hello. Hi.
She made it. That camera looks really good, and it's a web camera.
It's very decent.
Yeah, it works. It works really well. So get the hell on it, doggone it. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with us tonight. We're going to talk about a bunch of stuff. What's up, Mr. Eric? How you doing? Okay, Redneck. What's up, buddy? We're going to have some fun. So get on it, doggone it. If you guys haven't been following, I've been talking about the bricks and minifig situation a lot lately. And I saw a few videos come out today about the RICO lawsuit, which is like basically a suit against somebody where they're trying to extort you, or there's a group of people that are trying to extort you, right? So we're going to pull that up. We're going to react to that. We're going to talk about that a little bit and be confused as to why the situation still hasn't resolved itself. Like, how has it gone on this long? It's very, very spooky. And it's, to me, it's like letting your $400 million company completely crash and burn. Now, obviously, they don't bring in a lot of operating profit at this rate anyway, but it's completely fine. Don't worry about it, you know. So let's get to that and have a good ass time. We had a great weekend. It was basically just me sleeping. Like today, I slept what it felt like 20 hours today, and it was worth it.
It's Monday.
Yeah.
Today was Monday.
Yeah,
not
you
the
didn't.
weekend.
You did not sleep. Well, I'm saying including today. You did not. You got up at like 7, but not me. I got up at like noon. It was great.
Hey, it's Slangin' Nanners.
Slangin' Nanners has arrived. Make sure you like the show, Slangin' Nanners. Get the hell on it, dog. Kara Five's here. How you doing? None of your business is here. Thank you for being here. F in the chat. How you doing? Purple Cass. Yes, all the peeps are here hanging out with us tonight. Make sure you like the show, and let's get the hell on it, doggone it. Have a good ass time. Appreciate you guys for hanging out with us tonight. So I actually saw, first things first, I saw Legal Mindset had a video about this, basically talking about this RICO lawsuit, right, between the bricks and minifigs situation. And to me, if it was me, here's what I would do. If it was me, I would 100% fix this in any way, shape, or form, and I would definitely not be filing a lawsuit against somebody with the PR war that's going on. The PR war that the bricks and minifigs guys have not even remotely won or got close to winning, right? They just look terrible. Especially, they're not really part of the internet spectrum. And in the internet spectrum, you're not supposed to silence people. You're not supposed to send cease and desist or things like that to get people's either Patreons, GoFundMes, or YouTube channels removed, which is what Bricks and Minifigs has done. They've tried to get everyone silenced talking about this situation. Now, unfortunately for them, everyone is talking about it 24/7. There's really no way around that unless they're prepared to sue literally everybody online. And that's not how this is going to play out. Sorry. Then they released a statement claiming they're going to come to the table, or, well, they want Mr. Mansell to come to the table and fix all the problems for them. And then another interview came out where the COO literally lost his mind. The CEO was losing his mind. Everybody's losing their mind, and it doesn't seem like anybody is really on the same page, nor has anything changed. The statement was just there to kind of put out the fire for 2 seconds, but then the fire was relit, so it didn't actually matter. So at any rate, get the hell on it, doggone it. Let's jump right into the sauce. What's up, Kevin Hawthorne? How you doing, brother? How you doing? Minifigs fuck, they can't stop. Yeah, they're fucked, brother. They're fucked. It's over. It's over. All right. Anyways, let's jump into this and let's see what Legal Mindset has to say about it. about the RICO case, because this is what it's all kind of boiling down to now, is this RICO case. And I think they still have the defamation and emotional distress lawsuit in the works as well at the exact same time. So at any rate, let's start this and let's see what the hell's going on. Good old Andrew.
Reckless Ben has got some big wins in the Bricks and Minifigs case, but as he's got those wins, he's also facing some huge liability. We're going to talk about that today on the Legal Mindset, where we teach you to be your own judge. I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney. Now, this
dude's like 7 foot tall, by the way.
He has that kind of face where you can kind of tell he's tall.
Yeah, I met him at Matsuri one year, and he literally was like 2 feet taller than me. And, you know, I'm like, I know I get it. I'm 4'11", but still, like, he was way up there.
Yeah.
He was towering over tall people. It was wild. All right, here we go.
Jump right into this. We've been providing kind of play-by-play, day-by-day updates as this thing develops. So one of the first things, and perhaps the most humorous things, is the fails by the police. And there was an
oh my gosh, read this. So this is hilarious. Okay, so the American Fork Police Department accidentally leaked all of their body cam footage from the incident, which made everybody look terrible, right? Absolutely terrible. And unfortunately, they made a Facebook post about it, which everybody laughed at. That says the American Fork Police Department recently discovered that files not intended for public release were uploaded to a public folder. Rest in peace. Upon identifying the issue, the police department promptly removed those files and conducted a review of the records associated with this matter. Following that review under applicable records laws, the department removed all previously posted files and replaced them with the files appropriate for the public case. The files currently available are the files approved for the public release, and the members of the public and media are asked to use those files. It's another one of those weird things where the people involved in this, the law enforcement, everybody involved just doesn't know how the internet works. It's the strangest thing. Like, do you understand that once this stuff is out there, it'll be out there, you
can't go back. You just got to own it and leave it up there.
Maybe make a post, say, hey, we released files that shouldn't have been released. Anyways, that's the end of that. You know what I'm saying? They're like, please don't download these. Please don't watch these. It's like, brother, it's not how this works. Okay. It's like, it reminds me of an OnlyFans girl or a porn star. I can give you a better example.
You can't go back.
Yeah.
You can't go home.
There's so many porn stars out there that are like in their mid-30s and have children now. And they try to like pressure companies or porn sites to remove the videos associated with them. I'm like, that's not how this works, brother.
Yeah.
It's ogre. It's ogre, baby. Nothing you can do. You know what I'm saying? Nothing you can do. It's just how it is.
Absolutely glorious fail that happened after our last video. So the unredacted body cam footage came out. I covered it on my channel. Almost 500,000 of you watched that here on my channel. And thank you for that, by the way, leaving likes and comments on that video. It really helps out. And got that information out there to everybody. And they had to issue an official statement from the American Fork Police Department.
Keep in mind that the reason these body cams were so devastating is because the CEO kept claiming on the phone, as well with the guy that apparently has resigned, but also totally still owns the store, which is weird. Josh Johnson, or not Josh Johnson, Bradley something. God, I can't remember. There's too many names. But at any rate, he was on the phone on speaker claiming that the Mansells and Reckless Ben had threatened to kill store owners, had vandalized, been harassing and stalking people, when basically they were holding signs outside of a store. They hung up a banner outside a store that they robbed somebody of their life savings, and they tried to deliver papers. They tried to deliver papers to Josh Johnson they tried to serve him for a lawsuit. And that's where this all comes around.
American Fork Police Department recently discovered that files not intended for public release were uploaded to a public folder. Upon identifying the issue, the police department promptly removed those files and conducted a review of the records associated with this matter. Following that review, under the applicable records laws, We'll get into that because I am a master of public records law. The department removed all previously posted files and replaced them with the files approved for public release. The files currently available are the files approved for public release, and the members of the public and media are asked to use those files. This is absolute egg on the face of the PD. Number one, it's very sloppy. It shows they really don't have attention to detail, and they're going through this gung-ho because they're mad, because
it's just mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake, and then doubling down. Billy says they need to rebrand to Bricks and Mini F slurs. That's literally that verbatim. They also don't understand how the internet works. Either boomers make mistakes all the time. Well, so Billy, it's people that aren't active on social media, right? There's tons of people out there that will have social media pages for either their business or like their sports team or for a corporate company or a small business or something to that nature. And they literally they can't fathom it at all how the internet works. So they'll do these PR statements and they'll put them on places like Twitter. And I'm like, bro, that's the last place you should be putting a PR statement on Twitter, right? Because Twitter is like the Wild West, especially now, or X rather. X is like the absolute Wild West. It reminds me of like a zombie apocalypse. And you're just trying to freaking survive. You know what I'm saying?
They're emotional. They're not thinking procedurally, rationally. They just really want to get this guy, and they're trying to do anything to present their side of the story and try to make Reckless Ben look bad and hide whatever they can hide. You really can't make stuff like this up. I dealt with, in Florida, many public records requests working with communities. I work with small communities all across Florida, and occasionally there would be a typo that got out there or some small mistake. But whenever you have a big file, something that's important, you triple check. You pay a lawyer to make sure that all that's released is what needs.
Rest in peace, because they didn't do that at all.
To be released. And in this case, whoever was reviewing this did not do a good job and absolutely messed this one up. And when you look at the actual footage itself, which is the second big thing here, and you say, why were you trying to hide anything that was unredacted, right? That first half when they're talking there on the stoop of the house, what exactly was in that you thought couldn't come out? It's sounding kind of ridiculous, and it's sounding like you're hiding more than you need to hide. In these cases, as the government, being more transparent works better. Trying to hide stuff doesn't work. And I say that as somebody who has represented government.
Yeah, like that's the issue is people are going to sleuth and find out exactly what's going on.
Yeah,
right?
like what you reveal to the public, what's classified, they always have to, it's illegal in some cases to classify something as overly classified when it's not. Like, it's just improper.
Right. What's up, MA? How you doing? Welcome back. Caligna says, can't put the preparation H back in the tube once you squeeze it out. No, brother, it's over. It's over, and it's all over everything. 19 likes away from the goal. Make sure you spam that like button, boys.
It does not look good when you hold back information unnecessarily, and that's what America Forks keeps trying to do. So that's an absolute L here. Now, before we get to another L that Bricks and Minifigs takes, I'm doing a follow-up because today's sponsor is once again freecash.com. If you're like me, you enjoy a little extra money. Lawyers,
I need me some free cash, brother.
Bricks and Minifigs spin. So they tried to spin to the mainstream media here. You see this with KSL News Radio 102.7 as Utah-based reseller parts ways with owners involved in viral Lego theft allegations. So trying to say that, hey, we as corporate have distanced ourselves from all these bad people. We've gotten rid of the bad guys.
Except they totally haven't, because one of them, maybe both, but I know for sure one of them still owns a store. So they haven't gotten rid of anybody. It was a PR statement, and then they claimed that everybody, we've invited Mansell to come to the table to make him whole, and nothing has happened. And also there was an interview with the CEO who again went to the same defense where everybody's getting harassed and threatened, right? Everybody's getting harassed and threatened. We're waiting for dude to come to the table. And I'm like, bro, like, how have you not sent this dude like an offer of a certified check? Just here you go. Take this, sign this NDA, please leave us alone, right? But it's still like a battle. They still just want to win.
That's their corporate position now. Well, it turns out that was a lie, right?
Yep.
The lie detector said that's a lie. You look at the filings here and you see that Bricks and Minifigs with Brandon Best, who was one of these bad characters involved here, that they came out and publicly said they parted ways with. Well, he's still on a store in Eugene, Oregon. Womp, womp. And this is the sort of thing that
That's how you
they didn't realize that some of this stuff is public information, I guess.
Well, it was all about a PR statement. Like they're willing to make these like quarter measures, but never full measures to figure shit out. They're always like, whatever.
Well, I'm sure they didn't think it would come to light that he still owned a store.
Well, they're dumb as hell. If that's the issue is they do all these things where people can just go look and find out something immediately.
I think it's like another case of not understanding the internet. That like, why would anybody they're probably thinking like, why would anybody care about this after, a while? And no, people will literally harp on the same thing on the internet almost indefinitely if it's still shrouded in lies.
Right. Yeah. The whole issue is the fact that they released a PR statement. They said they parted ways with all these people, but they actually haven't really parted way with these people at all. It's actually not a big deal. And then they just claim they're being harassed. The lawsuit's still on the board. The RICO suit's still on board. Nothing has actually changed at all. The PR statement was to explain to people that we got rid of these bad people so you don't have to worry about them anymore. They were actually the bad guys, even though on the body cam footage, they literally are defending the guys and claiming that these people are insane and trying to get them killed or whatever for some reason, right? So they're trying to say both things. And they're doing a terrible job at it, especially the COO. The COO on Sean's channel the other day was tripping balls, brother. He was tripping absolute balls. It was freaking insane. Calignus Wolf with a $5 super chat. Hey, let's give him a quack. There you go. Both have another store. Both were corporate employees. Josh and Eamon used to be door-to-door Mormons many years ago too. But buddies. You'll no longer be called gay. You'll be called butt buddies. You ever seen that South Park episode?
No.
He's like, instead of saying you're married, because it was like a gay marriage episode, and like the governor came out and was on the podium, and he's like, hey, we have a great idea. Instead of you saying you're married, we'll just say you're butt buddies. And everybody's like, what? He's like, yeah. So instead of you being in holy matrimony, you're butt buddies. It's a funny episode. It's fucked up. Thank you, Kalina Swift. I appreciate you, buddy.
The internet detectives on X, on other platforms, on YouTube, are finding that mainstream media is really not finding. So shout out to all those people on forums all over the place. This thing is getting out there, and the internet sleuths, you know who you are doing an excellent job of logging this and not allowing them to get away with these corporate shenanigans. And I know these are corporate shenanigans because I used to pull certain tactics like this back when I was working on the corporate side, trying to do an old switcheroo. Another switch.
Yeah, if you've ever been in a corporate environment, you know immediately what's happening. Like everybody that's been in a corporate environment knows these tactics, knows these things. You know
they try to do the least right that they can and get away with it every time, like in every scenario.
Thank you, Nethead, for the jewels. Yeah, so here's the issue. And large companies usually do a good job of this, like really large companies. But then you'll have small companies like somewhere like, I don't know, Big Lots or something will have a big controversy and they just don't know how to fix it because they don't want to be seen as bad. And I'm like, well, here's what you have to do. You have to be seen as bad for a minute.
Yeah.
And then you have to swallow your pride and be the bad guy for a minute and then move on and try to make yourself better. But the Bricks and Minifigs aren't even remotely trying to do that. It's all about getting the dub, all about winning, trying to, as hard as they can to win. What's up, Wally Dangerous? How you doing? How you doing, Wally? All right.
Wow.
What they're trying to do here is changing and filing for a new LLC in Oregon. So they're trying to file a new one here. The Willamette Forest Ops, trying to switch out LLCs, play a little games there. But now people are spotting this and calling this out, and that's just not going to work. The other thing, which is on the side for Ben, and Ben really had a huge W here, which he can celebrate, is he's gotten to almost 450K in his GoFundMe. Now, it's excellent. Obviously, that is looking to go towards the Mansells or cover the costs, some of the legal defense, etc.
They've already made back so much money, all the money actually in the Minifigs, right?
Right.
It's called the Streisand effect. The Bricks and Minifigs handling of this whole situation caused a huge Streisand effect, which actually made the people, on the losing end of this make more money as a result.
Right.
And I don't understand like why everybody does it. It's like the Streisand effect. It's like when Jeremy the Quartering is finally getting quiet, and then he comes out drunk one day and starts like quote tweeting people and like saying the most insane shit possible, and it just resets. It's like the Streisand effect. You know,
it almost makes you wonder, like how many of these instances, probably not this one, but how many of these instances are people just like colluding? Like, let's make a huge deal over this, make people really angry, and then we'll split the profits.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what the not exactly, not the GoFundMe itself, but that's what Bricks and Minifigs are claiming that they're doing, or they've been doing for years. They're claiming that they're trying to extort money from them by giving them bad PR. And I'm like, well, here's the issue. Dude still doesn't have his Legos, nor the money. So there's nothing you can really say. He still ain't got his shit. If he had all the shit, if they were like, hey, we gave him back all his Legos and we gave him this giant check and he accepted it, and they're still like making all these videos and like following him around, like then you might have a case, maybe, I don't know. But like the whole point is he's never been made whole. Right. What's up, Paul Horse? How you doing? Pale Horse. CPP.
Paul the Horse.
Oh, Paul. Mr. Paul. Make sure you like the stream, Paul. Get the hell on it, doggone it. Big shout out to all the boys for all the love tonight. We're a 20th to Naked Snake for the 627th show in Super Chats. Appreciate you guys. Love you. Get the hell on it. Diggity doggone it.
Stuff going on with this. That's absolutely fantastic. But what that also creates is a giant target on his back. Now, we saw in the footage how they were very acutely interested in those GoFundMe funds. And that's because they want some of that money. If they can get that money, they're going to do anything they can to try to get that money. Because if you thought they were interested in 200K worth of Legos, which they say debatably is 100K, whatever, 100, 200K of Legos, they're more interested in 450K almost, it'll get there, of cold hard cash. You better believe they want some of that cold hard cash. And look, there's nothing wrong with being interested in money, but there's one thing about how you go about it, right? And being blindsided by a corporation that may not have your best interests here, and also failing to prepare for this and take this seriously, is a problem for Ben. And one of the things, as we're going to see in a clip right now, is that Ben doesn't necessarily take these legal threats seriously and hasn't gone to lawyers as aggressively and as much as he should. Let's take a look at the clip.
We can
So this is Ben Reckless. This is the YouTuber in question.
thank him, but we should also write him a written apology as well.
Exactly. Yeah. And what's so interesting in that, dude, did you hear this? Where he's like, we are willing to drop the lawsuit against you. So help me understand, are you aware of the lawsuit that they have against Brian, or is it the same one that you're lumped into?
It's one lawsuit on all of us, and they're getting us for RICO charges. I don't really know what that is, but I heard it's a big deal. Yeah, I just saw a couple of lawyers.
It's a big deal, and he's going to talk. I'll rewind here because he's going to talk about what the lawyers say. It is indeed a big deal. That's something you should take seriously. When you hear RICO charges, whether they're civil RICO charges or criminal, there is a difference there. We'll get into it when we do some more analysis down the line on that. We'll see whether or not that case sticks, which we'll talk about in a second. But this is a big deal for him. This could be crushing, like life-crushing liability, and it also can go for those GoFundMe funds.
Does RICO stand for like recoup?
Recoup?
Like recuperation? Like from their profit lost? What is RICO?
It's racketeering, influenced, and corrupt organizations.
Oh, so like it was a plan, like they're trying to argue that it was a planned situation over the course of 3 years while losing out on 200 grand or whatever amount of Legos, that it was all planned, and he knew that they would never consign his Legos appropriately, and then he knew he would make $450,000 3 years later. Is that?
Yeah. So it's basically, you know, extortion, bribery, like wire fraud,
right?
Stuff like that, right?
Right.
So basically, people colluding or together to make these things happen.
Sounds like a wild accusation at this point.
Sounds about right, yeah. But I mean, they have lawyers going around the clock, and their entire goal is to destroy. Like I don't think they even give two fucks about their PR anymore. I don't think Bricks and Minifigs actually give two shits about their PR. I don't care. I don't think they care it to look good or bad at all.
Right.
I think they're at this point, they're just getting as much money as they can possibly see if they can get, or destroy people, or just see if they can destroy people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking is going on. I don't know how this Bricks got in my trunk, officer. I don't know how, man.
If he doesn't take this seriously, if he doesn't actually go and lawyer up and try to fight back on this, he does risk that. That absolutely is at risk.
Yeah, I just saw a couple of lawyers like briefly react to it. They're like, RICO charges, they're like, oh, this is insane. Like, that's used for the mafia and stuff, so.
No, that means you have like insane motion. If you get a RICO charge, that's like, it's a badge of honor.
It's a white.
But and these guys are taking it in stride and kind of taking it. And okay, it's sort of a badge of pride, but take it seriously. Don't just say, okay, now I've got this on me. I've got this sort of clout of being sued for RICO. I'm now this bad boy. No, you've actually got to fight this. You've actually got to step up and fight it. You've got to go to court. You've got to push back against this, right? Because we're at that stage now, and there's enough. And we'll get into the legal defense. There's enough for him to go back and actually do that. He actually has the resources to do that right now.
Yeah, he does have the resources, especially with the GoFundMe. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, like, you're going to have to be prepared and going to have to fight back in some way, shape, or form. Right.
Right.
But they're also, for some reason, Bricks and Minifigs are also open to dropping the lawsuit. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
So why are they open to dropping the lawsuit if they're going full steam ahead in the lawsuit right now? What does that mean?
Right. Like, why? What do you mean? That's almost like racketeering, in my opinion, because you're like literally threatening people with a lawsuit so they'll drop their lawsuit against you, even though you rightfully owe them money. It's like, it's legal threatening.
Well, the whole point is they just want, they want the Mansells to be made whole. That's it. Like, make the Mansells whole. And that's the end of the day. But they don't want to do, they're still like, oh, we need you to come to the table and provide evidence and documentation and receipts of all these things. It's like, at this point, if it's me, if it's me, I am going to, if I'm the CEO of Bricks and Minifigs, I'm going to get together with everybody in power, everybody around me that I surround myself with. I'm going to be like, hey, we're going to reach out to this guy and we're going to offer him a $200,000 check and sign an NDA and put it all behind us and have a positive statement. Say we fucked up, we're dumbasses, and we're moving on. That's the only way out. But they're like, nah, bro, we gotta fist fight these guys, right? Art the Clown with a $20 super chat. Hey, Big Stellar's here. Thank you, brother. What's up, ones? He says, is it true that if you troll people about having the power of Haitian voodoo, that you all of a sudden actually get the power of Haitian voodoo? He'll when Naked Snake is getting close at the very end of the stream, he'll always start channeling Dimbala. Like the voodoo from Child's Play. Adue Dimbala. Where like Chucky's holding his hand on the guy, trying to get into his body. Give me the power. That's what he does that in chat every freaking time. Thank you, Art the Clown. I appreciate you, brother, for your orange boy. Thank you for supporting your dumbass boy. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Shout out to my boy. Coming in strong. Now we're a pink and a red boy from a rainbow knot. Look at that already. Thank you, guys. Here we go.
Boy in motion right there.
What they're claiming is that Brian hired me to harass Bricks and Minifigs when it couldn't be more the opposite. I saw this story and I was like, let me help you. And he's like, I've tried everything at this point. If you want to go for it, like, go for it. I've already declared these Legos as a total loss. So you can't make this situation. He's like, maybe if Reckless Ben gets on it, he'll help a little bit. But
okay, so let's stop there. I think that is what exactly happened here. So Bricks and Minifigs wants to frame this as an extortion attempt, as something where they were going in from the beginning to extort them. Well,
I don't believe any of that shit. Like, for a second, I don't believe any of that, because like you said, it had to be planned for a long time, and that it's not really foolproof, right? That's not really full, like being like a YouTuber's going to look into this and it's just going to automatically blow up.
Right.
The only reason it blew up was the Streisand effect.
Right.
Otherwise, it's been an ongoing thing for a long time, right? Just because a YouTuber starts covering something doesn't mean instantly that, it's going to extort you or you're going to be able to get like I covered GameStop for years and got millions and millions and millions and millions of views from that.
Right.
And, what I never asked for money from them.
Right.
Was I extorting them? No. Would I accept money? Yes, of course.
they're going in from the beginning to get what was justly theirs. And we've kind of exposed that, yes, they were indeed owed something. Bricks and Minifigs has admitted they were owed something.
Yep.
So if you are actually owed something, that is not extortion. That is trying to be made whole.
Yeah. So how are you going to bring a RICO suit when you've come on, the CEO has come on camera in an interview very recently, I think on Fox or something, like some like local Fox affiliate or somewhat, and came on camera and said, yeah, we do owe him money. Yeah, he doesn't have his sets. Yeah, he doesn't have his money. We're looking to make him whole. We want him to come to the table. And now, but you're also claiming he's extorting you. Which one is it? Like I said earlier, he doesn't have his Legos and he doesn't have his money. That's the most important thing. One says support for our favorite short king dummy. Thank you, Ones. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, my man, coming in strong. And it's officially a 10th of the way to Naked Snake. Hot diggity damn. On a Monday, by the way. Thank you.
Already.
On a Monday.
Bricks and Minifigs, the franchise owner, were unjustly enriched. They were enriched in a way by the Star Wars collection in which they should not have been. They admitted that he was not paying out, the franchise owner was not paying out the Mansells what they should have been paying them out. That's a wrong there. That's not extortion. This was not something where they're saying, let's just shake down these people without any reason at all whatsoever. There's a very valid reason behind that. But
exactly. So the whole fact of the matter is he came on camera and said he wasn't paid the right amount and we need to make him whole. He doesn't have his Legos. He doesn't have his money. Therefore, how can they be extorting you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Point here beyond all of that is, once again, they do face risk here, and they also face risk of the Mansells and Ben being separated in negotiations, because what Bricks and Minifigs may try to do here is separate them out. They may try to say, okay, Mansells, we will pay you out, we will make you whole, but you've got to turn on Reckless Ben. So now Reckless Ben needs to be very careful, needs to make sure he's got his interests in line, and make sure he's saying, hey, listen, we're going in this together. We're going to come to a resolution that works for all parties, right? Works for the Mansells, works for Ben, works for Bricks and Minifigs, and we're going to settle this and get this done. Bricks and Minifigs wants to make the settlement just with the Mansells, but they want vengeance on Ben. Now, we'll get into his psychology.
Which kind of makes it seem like they're not doing it out of what's right or out of the goodness of their heart, right?
Right.
We fucked up. We need to make these people whole. They still wanted to just destroy everybody. But they're kind of like they're begrudgingly like trying to fix it with the original guy that they wronged.
It's so underhanded in a way too, to like present yourself as like this person that's like, well, you put your gun down first, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
yep.
I think I understand him and why he doesn't want to do this or why he hasn't done this so far, but let's listen to the rest of the video.
But that's how the situation actually went down. Like, we have all the video to prove it. So like, if they sue him, they're just like stupid, you know? Because like I have the video of our first initial conversation where he tells me the story and I'm like, oh, this is an interesting story. Maybe we could do a video on this, you know? But like, it's my decision to make. He didn't tell me to make the video. His friend is the one that reached out to me and is like, hey, this is an interesting situation, you know? And Brian was like, I just want the Legos back, you know?
It's that simple, brother. Can I just have my stuff back? Palace says, I don't care what you say. This whole thing's bullshit. Minifigs and the police have been doing shady. Oh, I agree 100% with you. It's all been shady since day one. And it continues to be so, right? Because they released that statement the other day saying that they're going to totally make it right. And then the CEO does another interview that morning or something saying the same shit before the statement, right? And everybody's like, wait a second, what's going on? And they're still requiring the Mansells to basically come to the table and make everything good again. It's like, brother, you guys are the ones that fucked up. The responsibility is on you to make it good. Chai T says integrity from a corporation perish the thought. Well, I mean, not integrity rather, but understanding where the bad and negative PR leads. That's the most important thing. The bad and negative PR is what destroys everything, right?
Brian's take has been, now they're suing him just for wanting his own property back, which makes no sense. Like, what the heck?
So it does make sense because they're trying to reframe the narrative. They're trying to reframe it as, oh, poor corporation. Oh, we're hurt here. And they're also trying to frame him in the worst possible light. Look, everybody is out there trying to get what is theirs and trying to see what they derive from it in terms of a benefit, right? So everybody can benefit from a situation. Obviously, let's be real, let's be honest and objective, as I always am on this channel. Obviously, Reckless Ben is a YouTuber. He does want attention. He does want clicks. He does obviously want monetization.
Sure.
That's normal. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not a sin to want that. But at the same time, he's able to actually do something good, bring publicity to this issue. That's not a huge conflict there. And oftentimes, if you're able to do good and profit, that's great. That's something that is very, I think, positive, and that brings a lot of benefits to the world. But Bricks and Minifigs wants to take this and turn this around to him being an evil, malicious person. So that's why he needs to do this differently. So let's go to my judgment.
The only thing you could really do, like the corporation is always going to be seen as evil, right? Unless they literally roll over and show their stomach, right?
So the first thing that he needs to look at is to fund legal defense. And I think he can do this. If you look at the terms here in the GoFundMe, it does talk about legal costs. And I think that this legal defense, a legal defense of the RICO, could use some of those funds. He's gathered more than enough to get the Legos back, to buy all the Legos and fund a legal defense here. So he's got enough for a real lawyer now. So that part is covered. But I understand Ben, and I know why he's skeptical of lawyers. He's skeptical of lawyers because if a lawyer was part of his team in the beginning of this, they would have told him to not do certain things. They might have told him to stop. Listen, lawyers, we can be fun killers here. We can be risk adverse. We're aware.
Yeah, so he doesn't trust them at all because they were like, you probably shouldn't do half these things that you're doing.
Of that. We know that. And sometimes YouTubers, particularly YouTubers trying to create dramatic content, are going to want to push the boundaries. I get that. I understand that. But there's a point at which you absolutely do need to get a lawyer involved, especially if the stakes have gotten this high. Once the stakes have escalated, you need to get rid of that bias, get rid of that tendency to not talk to lawyers or that lawyers are joy killers, and come back and get one on your team, especially when you have more than enough resources for it now.
Get you a Ricada. Get you a totally fun, totally awesome Ricada. You may immediately lose the lawsuit, but at least you'll have fun doing it. At least you'll have fun doing it while you lose. It's like, I keep calling my lawyer, he doesn't answer. He's just been at the stroke club all day. You know, that's what he does. These are jokes. Jesus. All right. Make sure you guys do me a big ass favor and like the show. Spam the hell out that like button. Big shout out to all the boys. Appreciate your super chats. Love you.
Also faces some very serious liability. This is not a joke. And he risked those GoFundMe funds being targeted by Bricks and Minifigs, which we don't want them to get. I also think negotiations with all parties, the Mansells, Bricks and Minifigs, and Ben, right? And he can do that with a representative, so he can send a lawyer there or a mediator on his behalf, right? Somebody who is his legal representative to engage in those negotiations, because maybe, he's too in this personally. Maybe he needs a neutral party. Get a lawyer in there, get somebody in there to negotiate for you, sit at that table, come to a resolution, sign that off. I think that is the best one. And if Bricks and Minifigs at any point during the negotiation is in bad faith, they try to trick you, you can call them out. That's content. You've got the upper hand here. Ben definitely has the upper hand. The Mansells have the upper hand. So at any point, if they were to try to turn the tables on him or trick him, I think the eyes of the internet, the eyes of the world are still on this case. So the time is right to negotiate and get it done now.
You know what I think is kind of interesting though? Like every time I watch one of these videos, it's like, Reckless Ben's fucked. And then the next video, it's like, oh, he's totally good. It's like, hold on. Which one is it, man? Which one is it? Is he fucked or is he good? I need to know. I'm scared. You know what I'm saying? Some lawyers saying Ben can be charged for bail jumping. That would be horrible. No, he is a criminal. It's funny, man. He's a criminal lawyer. Oh, got him. Got his ass. Yeah, but at any rate, they needed to come to the table and they needed to fix everything. But I don't see that happening. Because to be completely honest, this is the most attention Bricks and Minifigs has ever gotten.
I'd never heard about them before.
That's my point. So now they're basically a household name for terrible reasons.
It's almost like everybody won, kind of.
Yeah,
might win.
Well, I don't know about that. Well, Bricks and Minifigs will probably be well known for a long time. I don't know if that's going to necessarily lead to like revenue. Right?
I mean, even notoriety though. I mean, I don't know. Brand recognition, like an ad comes on, you hate the ad. You're like,
yeah,
I am never gonna buy another Coke because I'm tired of seeing Coke commercials. But then you do. So I don't know.
Well, I think they rely on what's the word? What's the spooky word? Subconscious, subliminal.
Right. And that's that's valid for this, right?
Jay Hoven says Eamon will have to sell the company, otherwise it will go downhill. Well, the operating profit the last couple of years has been
might already have a buyer lined up before all of this. What if it's all a setup?
I don't know, man.
That's really, really far fetched.
Well, you could do that. You could do this. Like, let's say that he is trying to sell everything. You could get a buyer, and the buyer could use it as a PR move that they're going to make the company way better and not make the same mistakes that the previous owners did, and kind of shit on them and throw them under the bus. You mean you could do that, but obviously there'll probably be a bunch of legal loopholes where you couldn't actually do that because they would put it in their agreement. You can't talk shit about it. I think they're going to do it for attention, even though it won't get much money at all. If less money, so they want attention is all that matters. Well, when it comes to attention and social media, like a large social media following is worth its weight in gold. So thank you, Billy. I appreciate you, brother. So that could be something they're looking into. But Nick, I think it was Nick in chat, said to look at this interview that just came out from a former owner of Bricks and Minifigs. So I got that pulled up and ready to go because he's going to add to the drama and it's going to be a lot of fun. Oh my God. Shout out to Billy for the super chat. I appreciate it. Shout out to Art the Clown. Shout out to Chai T and everybody helping. We're already a 10th of the way to Naked Snake on a Monday. A pink and a red boy from a rainbow night. Let's see what this is all about.
Right. And stuff like that. If something else happens and I would like to bring on an investor and they still said no. I'm like, well, here's my other proposition. You guys are personal guarantors, right, for my location. So if you
let's go back a little bit where he said he bought one.
An agreement where so like should I just start or
yeah kind of give us the backstory and kind of go into everything that you know about the guys involved, because a lot of the guys involved in this Reckless Ben situation.
What?
That guy Coach looks exactly like that guy off of what's that TV show where Impractical Jokesters?
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, he looks like that. I know who you're talking about.
That's crazy.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
It looks like he got hit by a truck though.
Oh damn!
I'm sorry.
Come on.
I'm sorry.
Come on, we don't even know this guy. That's mean. He's fine. He's doing good.
I was talking about the Impractical Jokester guy getting hit by a truck.
Oh, okay. Never mind. All right, that's different. All right. Don't be disparaging towards Coach here. He's doing good work.
For them. Right?
Yeah, I know all of them. Actually, this Monday, I just got a phone call from corporate. They were threatening me with a lawsuit about getting involved, and I'm like, "You guys already took everything from me. What else can you do?"
Yeah,
I was like, "You want the lint from my belly button? What do you want?"
Yeah.
So for context, this guy is a former Bricks and Minifigs owner. So he was a franchise owner, and apparently just got fucked every which way but sideways by Bricks and Minifigs and the corporate team and the CEO and whatnot.
Yeah. What did Rocky?
I did actually talk to Reckless Ben, and I'm in one of his videos for like 5 seconds, the police response one.
Oh yeah, I watched it. It's sort of like in Rocky IV when Rocky punches the promoter and
sue me.
Yes, yeah, he's like, sue me. Sue me for what?
That was Rocky V, jerk.
Yeah, Rocky V. That's right. So anyways,
fake fan.
Sue me for what?
So I bought the location. I was the only person to ever buy a location that was already existing, right? Because my background was before I used to work at GNC, and then I would take stores that were in the red and put them back into the black, and then just fix up the location, train the managers, whatever. And then later on, when I was in Florida, I had an opportunity to buy this Lego store, which was a terrible store. It was in a mall, Wiregrass Mall, Wesley Chapel. I contact them, and we come up with an agreement where they sell me for a certain price, and then I'll start paying them like after I take it over, and it was gonna be a monthly payment. But they decided for some reason to never take my payments, and I was like, all right, just let me know, just put it with the royalty payments and why not. So we did really good our first year at that mall, but then we had to leave that mall, reopen in a second location, right? We opened, and you guys will like this. Our re-grand opening was May 25th, the real Star Wars day.
Oh yeah,
right. Also to not compete with Legos May 4th. And I'm like, well, we get real Star Wars fans. We actually, at my location, I banned anything Disney, so people can trade in their Disney Legos in there.
Based. Based.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Like I allowed Mandalorian here and there, certain things that I thought were cool, but I was like, nah, get the gay stuff out of here.
Did you get some push?
What's up with this random based man? I don't like gay Star Wars. I don't like them. No gays in the Star Wars. Like, damn, brother.
Back from customers for that?
No, not at all. we had
hilarious.
good customers. Actually, like this little Star Wars panel here, like we designed the store to be a little bit more Star Wars centric. So we got like a Death Star entrance that we were still building up, and it was pretty awesome. Yeah, we even like our front desk was like a Star Wars table. It was pretty nice. But yeah, so we like moved very abruptly, and we still made a lot of money. But I contacted corporate and I was like, hey, like this is the situation. Like I want to bring on an investor for marketing and whatnot, and they were not cool with it. Pretty much, they're like, you can't just throw money at the situation. I'm like, literally, that's all we need is just marketing. And so they weren't cool with it. Then they like told me like, oh, you should do a sale. And then I called a friend of mine who owned a toy store, and he like just gave me a $20,000 check for like certain Legos. And I was like, awesome. But then we had 2 big hurricanes here in Florida, like back to back. And so our store.
That's weird how corporates, like, we have nothing to do with our franchisees, but if they want to bring on an investor, they're not allowed to.
Right.
It's like, wait a second.
Strange.
Seems kind of like you have a little bit of control there. I love how I accidentally do that over and over.
Store was closed down for like a month and a half. And then I call him back. I'm like, hey, I have an idea, but I'm like, we could still keep going. No problem. Got money in the bank. But the issue is if something like random, like a hurricane happens that I can't predict, I want to make sure I could pay my employees and pay rent, because those are my top 2 priorities right now. And they were, and before that they were like, well, you can also hold off paying royalties for a bit to put into marketing. Cool. So after the hurricanes and everything, I'm like, well, the situation is, it ain't good. Like, I'm actually really worried about paying rent and stuff like that if something else happens, and I would like to bring on an investor, and they still said no. I'm like, well, here's my other proposition. You guys are personal guarantors, right, for my location. So if I can sell you back the store, I stay on as a manager, then in 6 months from now, I don't care what the price is, I'll buy it for more than it's worth right now. Like, it's no problem. And they're like, all right, well, we have these 2 guys named Josh and Brandon. And they labeled them as like store rescuers.
So Josh and Brandon, by the way, Josh and Brandon are the people that were heavily involved with this recent forced to resign thing. One of them being on the body cam footage. Josh was on the body cam footage, and the Bricks and Minifigs made a statement that they resigned. Both of them have resigned, which was not true. They actually still own stores right now, right?
Yeah, ironic, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, like these guys suck. So I was like, all right, like I'll sell you guys back the store, and you give me. They were like, let's do an inventory thing, and I do the inventory like 4 or 5 times, and then Brandon comes in, same guy that you see in the video, like to take over the other lady's store. He comes in, and then he's like doing inventory, and I'm still there, like, and it was like mid-December, something like that. And then he's like, I can't talk about certain things until you get a certain letter. I'm like, a letter from who? Oh, it's going to be from their attorneys and whatnot. And I'm like, all right, I'm waiting a few days. And then I'm like, hey, man, I'm kind of feel like I'm being jerked around. Like, what's the sale? Like, what's the inventory count? He's like, oh, it matches your inventory completely. I'm like, okay, that sounds great. I'll get possibly, I was thinking like 120,000 out of it. I wasn't expecting much. I'm like, I'm not selling you the furniture or any of that stuff because like the goodwill parts of things. But like, let's just do the inventory and cool. And that's what I'll do again, buy the inventory back. So then I get this letter from their lawyers. It's like, we're terminating your contract. This is the amount we're like putting $70,000 in fines on you and all this stuff. And it apparently equaled out to my inventory count pretty much. And they just said like, you violated paying rent, which I never did. Like I always paid rent on time. You violated paying royalties. I'm like, your accountants agreed on that. And you guys, the owners agreed on it. And by the way, a lot of people don't know Matt and Amin, the CEO and the COO, they're the owners as well. They're not just like CEO and CFO and COO.
So Josh and Brandon are like tools, basically.
Yeah, they're tools, like in every sense of the word.
Yeah.
So this is actually interesting. So basically, they they had a discussion. So this guy, Last Relic, had a discussion with the Bricks and Minifigs owners about not paying royalties at a certain time. They agreed on it. And something about them not taking the rent payments for a certain amount of time. And later on, okay, so this is actually interesting. So later on, they looked at their contract and just claimed he violated it. Therefore, they're going to charge him a bunch of money, or likely what I would think is walk away with nothing. Right. And it's funny because like I've seen situations like this in the past where you'll know somebody personally and you'll like contact the person about whatever contract and you'll ask questions like, hey, can we do this? Can we do this? Can we do this? Right. And they'll agree with it. Like no shit. They will agree with it. And then later on, they'll claim that you violated everything and they're going to take all your money.
Yeah. You got to get everything in writing.
It's crazy, bro.
Even people that like make you feel like they are casual type B people. They're going to like, you know, do good by you, whatever. Always get things in writing, right? Because if he had this in writing, he wouldn't have a problem right now.
Well, they basically, you trust people. So this is how these situations play out, is you'll trust people involved in everything you're asking. Hey, can I do this? I know we have a contract with this, but can we do this instead? And they'll agree with it, right?
Right.
And then later on, when they determine they want their money and they're going to get their money, they will just be like, oh, you totally violated everything, by the way. You violated everything, by the way. Therefore, we're not giving you any money. That's something that's extremely common when you have something contractual with somebody. Echo Base Network says, thanks for coming on the video. This guy got screwed over the worst than the Lego owners did. That Ben was helping out. How you doing, brother? Yeah, dude. Somebody in chat told me about this. And I mean,
and it's ironic because like, it's kind of a telltale, right? That like, it just so happens that all of his fees incurred and everything that they're like charging to him is exactly what his inventory is.
Yeah.
Like, how is that?
Yeah, dude. It all that's how this always works out. It always will equal out to exact the amount of money that you would make. So if you're like, hey, if we cancel our contract, there's a stipulation where I get 10 grand, right? So this is just a hypothetical. So hey, if we cancel our contract, I get 10 grand. You know, it's not much, but it's like whatever. And they're like, okay, cool. And then at the end of the contract, they'll be like, oh, by the way, you fucked up Article A.2, which actually has a $10,000 penalty. Therefore, we're going to break even. That's so common that shit happens. But yeah, good job, Echo Base Network. I'm glad you did this because I love this shit. Art the Clown with a gold boy. Thank you, brother. Says, look into the eyes. You want to give money, you need to give money. This is the way. Thank you, Art the Clown. I appreciate you, brother. Shout out to Art the Clown for the gold boy. I appreciate you, brother. You're goated as hell. One $50 super chat and $100 super chat from a rainbow night on a beautiful ass Monday. Thank you, guys. And thanks to Echo Base Network for making some good ass content and hanging out in the chat. I appreciate you guys.
Just full blown douchebags. Mainly Josh for sure. Like that's just a despicable human. He's insane.
Yeah, I saw the police video that leaked, and that dude is.
Dude, when I met him, he walked in the store and yelled "Waka Waka." Like really? I'm not freaking kidding you. Like if you contact all my employees and the manager that they hired, they'll confirm my story. Like this guy is insane.
Just channeling his inner Fozzie Bear for no reason.
His inner retard, man. It's like
damn. I love how everybody just claps freaking this Josh Johnson guy over and over. Echo Base Network says we have a big follow-up coming up. Dude, give me some hints, brother. I always like that shit. Well, yeah, brother.
And he did the same stuff to that lady. He basically kicked that lady out of that store.
Oh yeah.
When she
I don't know how many stores they got, but they talked to me about the Oregon stores, and he's like, oh yeah, there's one store we took over that like they always had some sort of heroin story with them. They're like, we took over a store where like this lady was funding her heroin operation, and she had like a parrot crapping on Legos in the store.
Yeah,
like,
that's what they said about the lady who owned the store, which obviously, according to her, was not true at all.
You know what this weirdly reminds me of? This reminds me of when, when GameStop was. This is just a little segue for 2 seconds. When GameStop was starting to fire legacy employees, this is back in the day when I was still there. GameStop would take every store manager making a lot. Like if you were a store manager making $50,000 a year, you were fucked. They were going to fire you. Or 40. 40 was too high too. So what they would do is they would come into the store and they would, because you're hourly now, by the way. This is after they moved us from salary to hourly because the salary cap law that never actually went into effect. So they moved us to hourly. So basically, GameStop would come to your store with like loss prevention or whatever, HR, and they would, if they were looking for a reason to fire you, if you walked out of the front door to throw a cup away in the garbage can in the front of the store, they would claim that you stole time, right? Because you walked out the front door, therefore you stole 10 seconds of clock in time, therefore you're fired for time card fraud. That's what they did. If you walked next door to get a sandwich, they would fire you.
Technicalities.
Right? No, but all the managers did that. So when GameStop started bringing in people for half the pay, they just started firing entire districts for time card fraud. Right. That's what I was let go for, technically, even though I left the store before they fired me. I was let go for time card fraud. Within 3 months, we were the legacy district. Within 3 months of me going, every store manager in our entire district was fired for time card fraud. 16 people. All within 3 months.
How ironic.
Fired. And this is what Bricks and Minifigs are doing. They'll do a hostile takeover of a store and just be like, "Oh, you are on heroin." And we think, anyways, that violates our agreement. Or if you're not okay with it, we'll sue you. And they're like, and it's just normal ass people like, what the fuck, right?
Normal people that don't have the money to defend themselves.
They're bullies. Yeah. They're absolutely just bullies. Speaking of bullies, Chad Thomas with a pink boy. Oh! My man, he says, "Yo, brother went on a date with a rice bunny nurse, and she said she wants to go out again, beast. And she gave me your number tomorrow. It's my birthday. Finally winning out here in LA. Happy birthday, Chad Thomas.
Happy birthday."
He moved on. He moved on from snow bunnies. Thank you, Mr. Chad Thomas. I appreciate you. He jumps in with a pink boy. Thank you, brother. We love you, buddy. We appreciate you. That's one red boy now from a rainbow night. That puts us halfway to Naked Snake. Shout out to Chad Thomas for being the GOAT. The GOAT. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What a good man you are. We love you. Even if you don't like snow bunnies anymore, we still love you. Anyways, let's get back to Echo's video.
Yeah, and the thing is, I don't know, because there's a lot of some crappy store owners, man. There's a lot of good ones. There's a lot of good ones, but there's a lot of crappy ones that I can't stand.
Yeah.
And a lot of them do look weird. Yeah, but yeah. So you think like after all this bull crap, I'd leave? But no, I contacted my lawyers, contacted people I know, and they're like, "Hey, play nice, play ball, stay there as an employee." And I'm like, "All right," so I'm not getting any money. But then I was like, "No, there's something off here." Right? But the owners weren't taking my phone calls at that point. And I get it; it was December, busy, whatever. Well, we worked through December, and they're still telling me like, "Hey, we're gonna make you a manager. We're gonna keep you there." So that, and then Josh and Brandon were saying that like they wanted to be partners with me. Where like I come on and also help rescue stores or just be at that store. They still weren't sure, all that stuff. And I'm like, and at this point, I'm still like, I don't know who these guys are. But
you're not Mormon, are you?
I am actually.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, trust me, like they screw over anybody.
Wow.
But they're not loyal. They're disloyal.
Like the thing that's enough.
He's not Mormon enough.
A lot of Mormons have that mentality. You gotta be Mormon enough.
Sorry, brother. He ain't Mormon enough.
Related about the whole Mormon connection. Like, first of all, everybody that goes to BYU is not Mormon. And even in the Reckless Ben video, it's very quick, but they say like it's what's the guy's name? Brian. Like it's just his opinion that like it's a clan and they're all
so you don't
or whatever.
So you pretty much discredit that whole narrative that they kind of were talking about in the video about like the Mormon mafia and all that.
I even lived in Utah. No, like and I have friends that are not in American Fork Police Department, but in other police departments.
Let us live a little. Come on, let us live a little and believe the mafia. It's fun. Echo says, you have to forgive our accents. We live in Alabama and sleep with our sisters here and can't read good. Well, it just so happens that I live in Huntsville, Alabama. That's where we live. So get on it, doggone it. What's up? How you doing?
Utah that are Mormon and some that aren't. But like the way from all the videos I watched, in my opinion, it's like, all right, like they also manipulated the police. Because Ben is like, oh, I'm trying to do all this legally and the right way. That's pretty much the story we see, right? And then, you know, Josh and Brandon and Emin are like saying that, like, hey, this guy is threatening them and they're harassing us, and it's all these lies. But if you're a police officer, you're gonna be like, well, one guy's saying like, I want to serve papers. The other guy's like, they're threatening my family. Now, did I think the police did the right thing? No, but they should investigate. Like, this is true, but I have no idea what they're doing. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So did you deal with the CEO very much, or was it mainly Josh and Brandon?
So when I came on, they had less than 50 stores. They now they have 300.
Yeah.
So I dealt directly with them because I took over a corporate store. I didn't buy like just a rando store.
So have you heard these kind of stories happening with other owners and corporate being like this?
I heard, but at this point, like while I'm still in there, I'm thinking like, no, these guys are nice guys. Like I know them. Like I even played Halo with these guys, like the owners, right? Like I thought like, oh, everybody's solid people, whatever.
This is not how this works, by the way. And like, it sucks too, because you will actually be in situations like this. What's up, Alasky? For a sub on Kick. Thank you, buddy. So here's something that's interesting. When you will be in situations all the time where you talk through it with people that you know personally, that you consider friends for like years. And as soon as money comes up in an issue, as far as in a professional environment, bro, it is like you are the enemy and none of it ever mattered. It is the craziest shit you'll ever see. I've seen it 100 times, bro. Like as soon as money comes up, everybody's like, you know what? I'll actually kill you in front of everybody. And you're like, wait, what the fuck?
The real test of this is like how people behave when a relative dies and there's any amount of money involved.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That is when you can really tell.
Yeah, dude. I've been in that situation, bro.
And like I actually knew store owners that were no longer with the franchise that committed fraud, stole from corporate. And like I knew them personally, and they were also scumbags. So I'm like, oh, like just follow the rules and you'll be good. But dishonest people don't work that way.
No.
So, anyways, I'm thinking I'm still gonna be manager, whatever. My lawyers are telling me play ball, be nice. I'm like, all right, let's do it. And they're lying to me the whole time, which I didn't know. And then they hire this guy named Carl, which we're friends today. He's awesome.
We have to make a segue real quick. By the way, I just post a picture of me shirtless on the beach on Instagram, and I get DMs of people. I get some really nice DMs, but also I get some DMs where people are just like, I want to fuck you so bad. And I'm like, whoa, this is a public place. We're in a public place on Instagram right now. Like, why are you sending me this, dude?
That's awkward.
I just looked at it. I was like, what are you doing? Stop, brother. I'm a redneck man with facial hair. Okay. I'm the top. Anyways, real quick. Bryce Jones with $100 super chat. He says, I'm dealing with a fraud case in Utah. My builder stole $527,000. My God, brother. They used JPEGs to forge my docs with construction drawings. I dealt with the same police guy, that lives there, same judge as the one who approved the swatting on Ben. I posted the docs on Twitter. Well, hell yeah. Send me a DM of that so I can check it out. That's insane, dude. Listen, Buttersworth, shut your mouth. Thank you so much, Bryce. Everybody, shout out to Bryce. Hot diggity damn. That's insane.
Hell yeah.
That's a drop and a half, brother. God, it could be a fight milk night. We're not even that far into the stream. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Shout out to my boy Bryce Jones. Send me a DM if you haven't, and I'll check that out. That's wild, dude. It's wild. All right. So Butters like he posts thirst traps, and you're surprised. It's just really forward sometimes, right? Like I expect, hey man, you're hot. Not I want to. Well, you so bad, like come on your face. Like, whoa, hold up now. That's weird. Thank you, Bryce. I appreciate you, man. Shout out to Bryce. Riley Martian, what's up, buddy?
I feel like guys get that a lot more though than girls. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like maybe
yeah.
Because DMs are one thing, but like public comments, I don't think I've ever seen a public comment like that on a female's post.
I think it's because from my experience, like going to the gym and having like friends that are like gay, they're just really forward, and I appreciate it. Like I'm think it's fun, but I don't know, maybe that's why,
yeah,
I've never had a girl say that to me, thank you, Bryce. And I've never said that to a girl. That's weird. Oh no, man. That's weird. Thank you, Bryce. Shout out to Bryce, dude. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate you, Bryce. Send that DM, man. Hey man, we'll go out sometime, no place. What's up, Him? How you doing? Hemroy. Sorry. Okay, I just read your name. All right, let's continue. Shout out, Bryce. We're halfway to Nugget Snake already. My man.
He's 72 years old. He ran a newspaper company, like he knows business, and they just show up at the store and be like, "Oh yeah, this is the new manager." And I'm like, "You guys literally just told me like 2 days ago I was gonna be the manager." But all right. And then 3 months into that, I finally get a hold of Ammon, the CEO, and we have like an hour-long phone call. I'm like, "Hey, I deserve to be what's it called? Compensated.
Mm-hmm.
And what's going on? Because I came with you guys in good faith that like, hey, this the store is perfect, and I believe in this company. I just want to buy it back if you guys aren't gonna let me bring on an investor." And he's like, "No, like you didn't make enough money. Like we would have made $70,000 more on you if you stayed with the 3 years left on your contract and all this stuff." And I'm like, "So you're gonna find me and saying like, oh, but we're gonna zero it out because you came with us in good faith." I'm like, "You're putting me in like the worst situation, and you're paying me like $19 an hour." Which like I can't, and I have 3 kids and a wife. Like I can't live off that. You know what I mean?
And basically took like what, like 120 grand from you?
That would be 120 grand that would go into my pocket. But like the store was worth much more than that. And I told them, I'm like, I came with you to you guys in good faith because I know the law. I could have just filed bankruptcy, liquidated the entire store, put a ton of money in my pocket, and was like, "Hey, screw you guys. Like the store's closed now. And what are you gonna do? I already filed bankruptcy."
Yeah.
You know, I could
have seen, like we were talking about this thing with contracts earlier. I've seen the same kind of thing come about where somebody tries to threaten you over like stipulations in a contract that you already talked about verbally that you wanted to change. They're like, but they refer to the original contract. I've seen people like literally get a lawyer and be like, "You can go fuck yourself," and they were immediately compensated. And I think it's because none of these companies are ever. They never think you're actually going to fight back. You're just going to take it because that's what they're probably used to, right?
Right.
And then when you start fighting back, then it starts to get a little bit more spicy. Now, from my view, it looks like Bricks and Minifigs don't give two shits. Like it seems like they're willing to just fight tooth and nail. You know, fight tooth and nail. By the way, big shout out to Mr. Bryce Jones, top dog tonight. I love you, buddy. And also like the show. We're almost at 200 likes.
I've done that, but I'm like, no, like I'm going to deliver to you a perfect store. And all you have to do is come do the inventory, buy it, and we good. And I'll stay on. Like I'll sign the contract to stay on as an employee. And then if you think I'm still good in 6 months from now, blah, 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 let's do that. And then he said no. And then my lawyers, I ran out of money at this point. My lawyers were like, "We can't keep representing you or can't continue if you don't pay up." And I'm like, try to like work a deal with them. And they said no. I'm like, "Can we just do something like if we win court, we split it 50-50 or whatever it was?" But they said no. And I'm like, "All right, fine." This is not where the worst part. I'm like, "Okay, cool, whatever." And then I noticed that Brandon and Josh, they're not posting on social media. They're not doing any marketing, no advertising, nothing. They just moved the store around. They were insistent on putting in a party room, all this weird stuff. And I'm like, "Guys, like I own this place. I know my clientele. There's a problem here. Why are we not posting on social media? Why are we not doing any marketing or advertising? I told you guys this is the only thing."
Well, it's very obvious that Brendan Best, Josh, Eamon, none of these people have any idea how social media works.
Right. But it seems like he's trying to get to the point where they were wanting his store to fail.
Yeah. What's up, Megan? How you doing? Megan Fox. Billy with an orange voice says it's sad to see how evil these companies are to their franchise owners. I hope they go sooner than I expect. You did miss Chad's super chat. I did not miss Chad's super chat. We talked about rice and the snow bunnies, brother. Where have you been, Billy? Where have you been? How could you? Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you, brother. Shout out to Mr. Bill. Thank you. I've been corrected. What's up, brother? How you doing, dude? Billy missed it. See, Billy's the bitch. Thank you, Billy. Where am I?
This store needs. And they were like, "No, we're the experts. We know what's best. If we do this, it's going to flood with people." Well, for like 6 months, we barely had anybody. And then I'm like, "All right, whatever." I wake up one day in May, and I don't know what date, but I get a phone call from Carl, the manager. Oh, and by the way, twice they tried to fire me, accusing me that I stole Legos from the store.
With no evidence, I'm guessing.
Josh did. Yeah. No evidence.
Yeah, it's funny because Josh said he was going to accuse Ben of he stole the Legos.
Dude, yeah. Oh my gosh.
No, dude, you stole the Legos.
Yeah.
Ben's sitting there like, "Oh, I stole the Legos. I'm trying to get the Legos back."
This is the PayPal versus eBay thing. It's like eBay will steal your money, and then, or I don't know who stole your money, and then you go to PayPal, and they're like, "Oh, it's eBay's fault." And then you go to eBay, and they're like, "It's actually PayPal's fault." Then you go back to PayPal, and they're like, "It's actually eBay's fault." And you do that for a month until you want to die. And I'm pretty sure that's actually the strategy. Like, I'm pretty sure that's an actual strategy that they discuss. just to confuse you and circle you over and over and over and over. I think that's what they do.
No
right?
doubt.
Have you ever been in that situation?
Health insurance or like any kind of insurance actually will do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or like when you buy a product from a store and it's like, well, you got to go through the company that made the product.
Yeah.
They'll give you a refund. And they're like, no, you gotta take it back to the store you bought it from.
Yep. 100%. 100%. Yep. That's what they do. Right. They just make you circle back and forth. Right. It's weird.
Lunatic. He doesn't even make sense in his own arguments. He is a whack job.
By the way, the last relic, just want to throw this out there. People in chat are asking, do you have a GoFundMe or anything that they could do to help chip in to help for any of those fees?
I do not. I do YouTube now for fun. I ain't making money, but I do that. If you want, you can see if my content is good. If it's not good, don't subscribe. It's all good. Like
Put while you're telling us your story here, just put your link to your YouTube channel in the private chat, and I'll post it in chat and have the mods repost it off and on throughout the rest of the stream here.
Okay. But anyways, and I'll tell you why I don't have any legal representation today, because it gets worse. So,
oh God, he love how he says it gets worse. I'm like, oh God, what's
how could it get worse?
How could it possibly get worse? Shinigami says, why do the top two guys look like Impractical Jokers? You've said that as well.
Yeah,
you said the same thing. Art says the lack of masculinity about Lego thievery. Yeah, dude, what's up? Where's my strong jaws? Now, well, no, Eamon does. Yeah, he's pretty floopy looking. The Josh Johnson guy was bald. I think bald can be kind of masculine if you're jacked.
Yeah.
Like Kratos,
Could be.
Come on.
It rarely is, though.
Oh. Yeah, I would say never. I didn't skip your chat, you bastard. I would say if you're bald, fucking get jacked.
Yeah.
Because that is cool. But it's like goes the complete opposite if you're not. Right?
Yeah.
You got to just get jacked, brother.
Oh,
get jacked.
Well, luckily I was able to prove that the Legos, I didn't steal any Legos. And and everybody was had my back, Carl, all the employees, because I was a freaking awesome store owner. But we even played Star Wars in the store, and it was great. But then I get a call somewhere around May, and at 7 a.m. and Carl's like, hey, they're shutting down the store. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, well, 3 guys from corporate flew out overnight, and they're just tossing things in a U-Haul.
Bro, it's crazy how similar this is to like other corporate entities. GameStop did the same shit. Now, look, I'm not trying to bring up GameStop too often. I did work there for 11 years, so I've seen a lot of these things. But corporate would do this at GameStop. You would start to get a fill-in. You get a fill-in, right?
Right.
You're like, uh-oh, something's about to happen. And you'll ask your regional director, or you'll talk to your corporate contact. And you'll be like, hey, man, are we about to close? And they're like, no, man, you're good. They will literally say, no, you're totally fine. And you will get to the store the next day, and literally 2 people from corporate will be standing at the door waiting on you to unlock it to tell you you're fired. And then they close your store that day. It's crazy shit, dude. I've seen that before. And I'm like, bro, just tell them they're closing. But they want you to stay there to the last day so you then get that last drop. That last $200 of operating profit. It's crazy. Bryce Jones. Before I came up in this game, nobody knew my name. Caught my wife aggro. Peace out. No, Butters, don't Butters, please. Sent Twitter message. Let's chat soon. Trying to get out there. It's the real Mormon Mafia. Awesome, brother. I'll check it out. Thank you, dude. I appreciate all the support, brother. Shout out to my man. We're past halfway to Naked Snake on the Monday. Hell yeah. Shout out to Echo Base for being awesome. Shout out to Bryce. Shout out to all these people. I love you guys. You guys are goated. Thank you for all the support tonight. Been a crazy Monday. It's been a big one. Thank you. The pace on the Monday has been insane. We're almost all the way already next to Snake. Look at that.
Shutting the place down. Okay. And so I'm like, they didn't give us any warning. Nowhere. So no time for the employees to go look for another job. And some of these guys, like I paid really well, and they worked 40 hours. And I'm like, some of these guys, this is how they pay for school. This is how they're, actually making a living. And especially Carl. He's retired. He had money, but yeah. Anyways, so then I call him and I'm like, hey, what the heck is going on? And nobody was answering the phone. I just actually went there and talked to the guys over there, and they're like, oh, you could take this TV or couch or whatever it was that we had over there. I'm like, all right, I'll take that stuff. A month later, I'm like, I guess this is just over. This is done. A month later, I get a phone call from the property manager and the landlord, and they're like, hey, you missed rent. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm not the store owner. They never took my name off the lease the
Oh my
entire time they
God.
owned
Oh
it.
my god,
Oh,
that's so
No!
unprofessional.
Jesus, boys. These guys are playing flat. They pay fast and loosed. Fast and loosed as hell. Cherichard says you got to have a good head shape. It can't look like a locked in alien. That's true. That is true. I guess so. But I mean, it never hurts to be jacked, Mr. Cherichard. Never hurts to be jacked.
To be fair, this guy should have made sure his name was taken off the lease, though. That's like renting 101.
Maybe, I don't know, man. Like that's like me getting a call from somebody at UPS or somebody that's a store contact after I left GameStop.
No,
that
it's
never
not.
happened.
It's like someone saying they're going to take over your lease, and then like you leave, and then like 3 months later, your landlord calls you and it's like, "Why haven't you paid rent?" And you're like, "Well, someone took over my lease," and it's on you. It's on you for not making sure that you were off the lease, right?
I got a property tax notification like a year after I sold my old house.
Yeah.
I throw that bitch in the garbage too. I was like, that ain't my house. Good. Threw it in the garbage. I was like,
I wonder if you could have paid the property tax and got your house back.
that'd have been fucking hilarious. No. Hostile takeover, Mold House. Thank you, Cherichard. Appreciate you, brother. Cherichard coming in strong, bubba. All right.
For 7 months.
Wow.
And so at least Josh and Brandon, for sure, they've been setting me up so that I'm left with a lease at the end of it. So the day they closed it was the day after their name of personal guarantors was off the lease. Like the Bricks and Minifigs, the owners of the company. And so then they left the lease with me, closed down the location, and then the property manager was like, "Hey, you owe us like $500,000 because you still have this many years left."
What?
Yeah, and I'm like, "What the freak are you guys talking about?" And there was other things that I apparently owed other companies that was part of that store that they decided to do some sort of partnership or contract that they never fulfilled or whatever it was.
Okay, look. Maybe you should take your name off the lease, right? Maybe you should make sure that's done, right? But
in
also,
this case,
I will
different.
say that damn well that Bricks and Minifigs, they all see this kind of stuff happening, and they're gonna keep their mouth shut.
Right.
We ain't gonna say shit, brother. We're gonna let it get stuck onto him, because what is the biggest out that they have with the store that apparently took Mansell's Legos? Their biggest out was, it was the franchise owner from that store, so therefore we can't do anything. Go fuck yourself, right? So I could totally see them doing something like that, where they like noticed and they're like, you know what? We're just gonna let that keep going, brother. We ain't gonna tell our boy here. We're just gonna let
Or
him.
worse, what if they signed further onto the lease, like more time onto the lease before they left, just to kick the dirt on him, so that way he couldn't legally do any. He still could never recoup and legally come after them.
Kick him while he's down, boys.
Yeah, I don't know.
And so it was more than $500,000, but I was getting these phone calls and
Relic, would you mind telling us the city in Florida? That your store's in?
The store that you.
It was in Lutz on Oak Grove Boulevard. Yeah. And funny enough, it's been closed for a year. The banner of Bricks and Minifigs is still up there.
Wow.
Yeah. Just an empty store.
So
sucked.
So you're getting these phone calls. You're still on this lease, and where's it go from there?
So here's the good thing. I talked to the property manager. I'm like, can I talk to the owner of the plaza, because this is I don't have any money. Like, I explained the entire situation, the entire story. Obviously, like, I'm trying to like fast forward. Like, there's a lot of details in the story that I can go with if you guys have time. But I explained to him the entire story, and he's like, look, I can't take your side or theirs. The only thing I could tell you is that when you were the owner, I had no problems. You paid rent on time. You were always honest with me. You did everything to the T. And since they took over, they've always been a problem. So do this. Why don't you just go clean the store up? Consider us leaving, because you've always been honest. And I'm like, literally, because I've been an honest person, I was able to get out of that.
That's a good guy right there.
Oh, yeah. And I used to think he was a dick because he's really hard at business.
Right,
so,
right.
Excuse my language. I don't mean to.
That's okay. That's all right.
I don't know what you can say here on the channel.
I say everything. Nick's the angel.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't cuss, but I'll say everything else.
Yeah.
But yeah, like when he did that, like I was like freaking. I almost like threw myself on the floor and started praying. Like, man, it was like the biggest relief, because at that point my newborn was like two weeks old. Right. Yeah, imagine having no money.
Your wife a stay-at-home mom too.
Stay-at-home mom. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. So it was a one-income family.
This is stressful
family,
right here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, I promised her, like, she's from South Korea. I'm from Brazil. And like when we were dating, she converted to Christianity 9 months when I met her. And I told her, I'm like, hey, what's like your dream? And she's like, I don't have a dream. Like, that doesn't exist in Korea. You work and you get a job, then you die.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, if you never have to worry about money,
that's what happens when people from other countries come over. They're like, this is the greatest country ever. And then you see like these like 22-year-old white kids like protesting.
Yeah.
And then they go back home to their like parents' mansion. I hate them. Anyways. Oh, by the way, shout out to Megan Fox for raiding me on Rumble. I'm sorry. I don't know why I just now saw the notification, but thank you, Megan. We love you. Appreciate you.
what does that look like? She's like, oh, I want to be a mom. I'm like, all right, I'm not sure if we'll ever be rich, but I promise you, I'll put a roof over our head, food on the table, and clothes on our back, and promise you could be a mom. And then,
that's
like,
awesome, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And we even took money out of the house to invest in the store, like a month before all the I got contacted by Josh and Brandon, those bastards.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you took equity out of your own house to invest in this, didn't get any of it back.
Didn't get any of it back. Nope.
Jeez.
Yeah. Freaking sucks, right?
Good God.
So then what happened after that? Like, I go and clean the store. They left people's like credit card information out, trade sheets out. They left a bunch of stuff there for anybody to just walk in and get information. Like, the negligence was insane. I have pictures. I have it all because I got scared at that point. I'm like, they set me up to take the fall for $500,000, $500,000.
Yeah, and I 100% would not put it past Bricks and Minifigs to just ignore that and say they didn't know.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, well, sorry, it's on this guy, because they did the exact same thing. They did the exact same thing with the owner that took in the Legos and the minifigures from the Mansells. They were like, oh, well, we can't fix this because it was actually this other owner. It has nothing to do with us.
We just didn't know.
We had no idea, so therefore we're going to keep your money and your Legos. I'm like, I don't feel like that doesn't sound like a good defense. But they're like, oh, technically it's franchisee. Well, we talked about this the other day with McDonald's. If you go into a McDonald's in Alabama owned by some guy named Reggie, okay, because he's a franchise owner, and he beats your ass at the door, McDonald's aren't going to be like, oh, sorry, brother, it was Reggie's fault because he owns that. No, McDonald's are going to put out a statement. We don't allow our franchise owners to beat people's asses. We've already reached out to this person and we've compensated them and, talked to them and got their side of the story. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't be like, oh, too bad, he kicked your ass.
Yeah.
It's actually not McDonald's policy to kick your ass. Therefore, we're totally good. You know what I'm saying? No, they fix that shit, right? Because they don't want the worst PR in the world. Bricks Minifigs don't give two shits.
All right. I take pictures. I clean it up. I stayed there for, I think, 20 hours cleaning it. My old employees came to help clean it. I even have customers that called me and they helped clean it. And they even left Lego behind and I just gave it to them for free.
Mm-hmm.
But so then I contacted new lawyers. I contacted somebody who knew some good lawyers and they were like, all right, like they're helping me out. I'm like, I have no money. So like, it's like, oh, until you get save up some certain amount of money, then we can officially represent you, but we can work on your have phone calls and stuff.
They care about
by November. So literally November of last year, less than a year ago, I get a message from the law firm and they said there's now a conflict of interest, meaning that Bricks and Minifigs hired somebody within the law firm. So now they can't represent me. I don't know if that was intentional. I'm not assuming nothing, but it doesn't look freaking good. So
what a coincidence.
Oh, no. It sounds kind of like a mafia. I don't know, man. I'm just putting this out there. I don't know.
Sounds very
what a freaking coincidence.
Yeah.
So almost for like a year, all the people that I was working with, and they were like, hey, and the lawyer was a nice guy. He was a shark, but he was a nice guy. He was like, hey, look, I can send you over to some other law firm, recommend you go with them. I'm like, well, I know your guys' law firm and you guys pretty much don't lose. So whatever law firm I go with.
And they were representing you first. So
I had no monetary exchange,
Gotcha. Gotcha.
And I told them sorry, guys, thank you for reaching out, but this was my last hope.
Oh,
So,
not only that, pause this. So not only that, so he was feeding them every bit of evidence that he had against them.
Yeah.
And now this law firm is aware of it too and representing the store.
It's very interesting. Also,
so it's almost like they have full discovery of anything he could possibly bring against them because of that.
Yeah, I agree. I'm 100% with you. Same thing. It is very interesting. It is very, very interesting. Also, if all I know is I would probably, and I don't know how true this is again, but if this guy, he actually was a franchise owner at one point, I probably would expect a lawsuit from Bricks and Minifigs for doing this show, right?
Maybe.
I don't know, man. It's touch and go, right?
I don't know. I don't know how much money how much money do they have?
I mean,
they have all of his money, but
They have all of everybody's money, but I don't know. We'll see.
I couldn't even take the stress anymore for like working with lawyers for a year and then just being out.
Yeah.
And top it off that this Monday, what I talked to they apparently do. This Monday, when I had a phone call threatening me, like I won't say who I talked to, but I talked to one of them.
Somebody corporate.
It was either the CFO or the COO.
Okay.
And I told them like everything that happened. Like, you try to leave me like $500,000 in debt. I'm like, I don't care if you thought I was a bad businessman, a bad store owner. I came with you in good faith. I left a perfect store for you, and you did everything that you guys did, you did to me. Because this person said, I consider you a friend. I'm like, I don't know how. Like, your friends must suck because the way you treat them is terrible.
Yeah.
I've never had a friend try to leave me $500,000 in debt. I'll tell you that. That like, oh my gosh, like I was freaking fuming. And I told him, and then this person said, look, I didn't know that they closed down the store right after the personal guarantor thing, and they left you $500,000 debt. And I'm like, look, man, you're one of the owners of the company. If you don't know that, that's even worse.
Yeah.
Because that pissed me off. Like, I don't care. And I can't even trust you to say that you know or you didn't know. And
he didn't know.
And I was like, and I'll tell you this.
His favorite.
As advice of somebody who used to be your friend, get rid of Josh and Brandon. And then on Tuesday, I'm not saying it was because of me, like definitely because of them and their actions. But Tuesday, like they gave me a call and I'm like, hey, we're no longer working with Josh and Brandon. I'm like, cool. Why are you calling me? And then I hang up the phone and then I call back.
But apparently they still own stores, by the way. RNG hates me, says they just send stuff to us. RNG. Wow. Where the hell you been? Gosh, I swear I haven't seen you in, it's been 84 years at least. It's been 84 years. How you doing, RNG? What the hell? Hope you're doing good. Art says Smash AT told me purple is gay, so I'm firing my gun at the sunset and it's gonna pay. Oh man, yeah. That was funny. I saw that today. He was like there was like the cover art for the new Halo Combat Evolved, Reborn, whatever. They're remaking the Halo game, the campaign Evolved. Sorry, I can't think. And he circled like a purple spot on the cover art and was like, "This is signaling trans people." And I was like, I like the color purple.
I like the color purple.
I immediately looked at my cup because I saw this at the gym. I looked at my cup and I was like, oh no, it's over. Game over, man. That was funny. Art said, oh yeah, thank you, Art. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you. All right. Let's continue. Shout out to RNG. Hope you're doing well. RNG. I need to turn all chat on. Live chat. Yeah, there's RNG. Well, that's so strange. If it has top chat on, I couldn't see RNG. Only on live chat can I see RNG. It's weird. I can see it on StreamYard, so that's all good. I'm a purple dragon, so I guess I'm gay. Well, we already knew that, Livistro. Sorry, brother. Oh, got him. I got him. All right, here we go.
I'm like, hey, what was the point of that phone call? I'm like, they're like, oh, I just thought you would like to know. And they kept asking me, is there anything we can do to like make this up to you or whatever? I'm like, send me a check of $500,000. Like, yeah, we don't like. That would be nice if we had that. And I'm like,
can you get? Oh, what did he say? It'd be nice if we had that. How about $100,000? I would have went down. You know what? How about $100,000?
Yeah.
How about 50?
All right. Like, apparently you don't, but you have what, 300 stores?
Yeah, they are getting hammered right now. And I saw that news drop earlier this just in the last couple of days that came out that they had parted ways with Josh and Brandon, and that they were trying to basically smooth things over with the Marzell family, who they apparently stole the Legos from allegedly. So yeah, and you found that out before that news started going around on the internet.
Oh yeah. I found out about Reckless Ben like a few months back. Well, like actually when I was still at the store.
Oh wow.
You know what's weird? They keep saying, and not they, but like this guy said that they got rid of Josh and Brennan, Josh and Brennan Best, right? But they totally still own stores.
Right. I would like to hear this guy's reaction to that.
Yeah, like they still own the stores, right? Like nothing happened. They just made a statement saying that they don't own whatever stores was in question, but they still own stores. Therefore, they're still working there. And the PR statement was literally just a bust.
Yeah.
It was a bust, Juicy Booch. It was a bust.
Yeah, I just heard about this. So I saw
I'm not sure. I can't remember. It's been a while.
how I came about it was Asmongold covered it. And
Yeah. I was
and-
surprised when he covered it. I was like, oh shoot, this is getting big.
Yeah, I was like, and so I was watching on his channel, and I could not freaking believe what was going on in this story.
Yeah.
I literally
And
couldn't stop watching it.
Reckless Ben, he is the genuine article. Like when you talk to him, it's the same way he's on his videos. So it was like super refreshing when we had our phone call, we FaceTimed, and like the way he talks, like, oh dang, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Same exact person.
Yeah, and apparently they're dropping all the lawsuits against him as well. I heard.
No, I don't think so. They said they are open to dropping the lawsuits if they come to the table and fix it. But also, they're still intending on suing. They still intend on the RICO suit, and they still intend on the defamation suit. Although they're claiming that they're willing to drop it, which means that, I mean, if all those things were true, why would you drop it? Wouldn't you be like, they have to pay to ruin it? But if you're willing to drop it, it almost sounds like you're doing it specifically to try to threaten people. Right. At any rate, big shout out to all the boys. By the way, Mr. Bryce, the top dog today. We're halfway to Naked Snake, 230 away. Shout out, halfway there, with 627 snakes on the dock. Get the hell on it, doggone. Thank you guys so much for all the love.
Yeah, it's insane. A RICO case for almost 20 years in prison for him just being like, yo, give the dude the Legos back. You guys are pieces of garbage.
Yeah. And then we're going to try to put this guy in jail. And one of the store employees actually told them when they did that little Lego prize thing or whatever. She literally said, right after you guys left, they were saying, how can we get this guy arrested?
Bro, like people say like, oh, you should get better legal counsel, whatever. Like, in my opinion, contracts are like, this is really stupid of me. Like, I'm a word and handshake kind of guy. And I'm not like, I can't put my family through a whole legal thing, you know, even after all this story has come out. And people, like, in my opinion, contracts, like whoever is the most dishonest and has the most money, regardless of your contract, is gonna win.
They win.
Yeah, like
100%.
It's not who's right or wrong. It's what you could prove.
Yeah.
Like now, public opinion and the popularity and how many customers are gonna go back to Bricks and Minifigs. That's like I think the most important part.
If I had no idea what you were talking about, and I don't know all of these things. Nick,
Coach hasn't done the deep dive like I have.
I have not. But if I didn't have any idea what you guys were talking about, if I just happened to pop in, I would assume y'all are talking about Disney.
I can't speak.
There's a Bricks and Minifig in Huntsville.
We're gonna go fight. We're going to fight.
We're gonna go fight them. It's on Memorial Parkway.
No, we're not gonna fight them. Demonic says, you getting Crazy Taxi? Well, I didn't even know there was a new Crazy Taxi. Strike Bob says, why aren't more people talking about the group at Dirty Corner? Oh, everybody's been talking about that. Well, I shouldn't say everybody, but we talked about that a little bit today as well. Want Cody's opinion on the CV remake? I wonder if they'll have the guts to do 5. I don't think 5 is ever going to happen, but I'm all about a CV remake as long as they do it the justice. And the issue with CV is it's so long. Code Veronica is so long. So how are they going to do it? Right. Funny, the cops redacted their cams to hide the evidence, but then posted unredacted footage online by accident for 30 minutes before they took it down. Oopsies. I love the statement they released. Nick says, we got one in Birmingham as well. Shit. Wait, is this the same Nick as the guy in the video, Nick? How you doing, brother?
Here, but I have gotten calls from Disney when I did have the store.
Really?
Dude, I'll tell you this. Disney, penny pinchers, man. Penny pinchers, man. They'll do anything for $1.
Yeah.
That's why they have so many bucks.
When I got a call from I got an email from Disney and they were like, can't do this at your store or whatever. I'm like, somebody from Disney came to my store and then like tattled, like because I was playing a movie, like I think I was playing Frozen or something, and I guess the music, it was this whole thing, and I was like, this is ridiculous.
So when you
played Coco, brother,
first heard that they pretty much stole this man's collection, you weren't surprised at all.
Oh no, yeah, I was like, sounds
about right.
And here's the thing, the Lego YouTube community full of cowards, because I was like, I follow you guys, Geeks and Gamers, Nerdrotic,
good people.
Even J-Man, who I saw was in the chat.
J-Man,
I follow a lot. Core Black Garrett.
Yeah,
but I was like, let me keep this in the Lego community, and like, does anybody want a story with Bricks and Minifigs? Like, I'd see people like YouTubers, they will talk crap on Bricks and Minifigs, And then as soon as Bricks and Minifigs reached out for them to do like a meet and greet at their store, now they're like loving Bricks and Minifigs.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
because they're growing.
Yeah.
And like every Lego YouTuber, I was like, dude, don't trust Bricks and Minifigs. Let me tell you the story. They would like either never reach out to me or never reach back out, or they would send me an email like, hey, look, I'm trying to do something with Bricks and Minifigs, but I can't have you like talking crap on the stores or the brand and whatnot. Like I want to keep everything positive. I'm like, trust me, Bricks and Minifigs, in my opinion, at that current point, is freaking like thieves in the night. Literally in the night. They literally flew over at night and closed down my location. Like it,
Crazy.
So a lot of these guys that are like doing podcasts or they were able to communicate with the CFO, total cowards, man.
It doesn't sound like they have a very sustainable business model. Like, do you think that there's a possibility in the next decade or so that this company could be done?
In business terms, I don't know.
Well, when I looked at like the data, the digital P&L, they were just posting operating profit losses. Like every year was like an operating loss of 50 to 100 grand. So I don't know. I can't imagine. Charitard says a Spyro 4 got announced. That's all that matters. Hell yeah, Charitard. Hell yeah, brother. Get you some Spyro, man. I love the classic Spyro game. But I was more, on the Crash Bandicoot train. Crash Bandicoot was my shit, brother.
Like the only thing is if Reckless Ben was like 3 years from now, like, look, Bricks and Minifigs turned a new leaf and then showed how like somebody did stupid things and then he's the one to show everybody Bricks and Minifigs is now back on track or something like that.
Right.
But in terms of the public, I think there's always going to be loyal fans to the people locally. There's going to be your mom, and it's kind of like Disney movies, right? Like Disney could do everything that they've been doing, but the mom that doesn't have time to watch YouTube or the news or whatever is still going to take her kids to go watch the next Disney slop,
Yeah.
Like it just because we're informed doesn't mean everybody else is.
I will say to the Last Relic guy, I don't watch anything Disney like that's modern. I will just spam the same old shit forever. Nothing else. Like
you're not a parent with a screaming kid saying they want to go watch it.
That's true, but I haven't, like, for example, I haven't watched anything Star Wars since The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
I never saw The Rise of Skywalker. I never saw any of that. I've never watched any of the TV shows, even Andor, which people are like, oh, Andor's so good. I've never watched it because I was like, you fool me once, shame on me. Fool me again, ain't gonna fool me again. Right?
Or whatever they say.
Yeah. Carify, thank you for the gift of membership. That's the first one of the night. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Shout out to Carify. She's too good to you, boy. Too good to you, boy. Thank you. At 2:30 until Naked Snake. PDH is going to dip out in 15 minutes because she has work really early in the morning, but I'm going to keep going for a little while after. So get the hell on it, doggone it.
Informed.
Yeah. So it's funny you bring that up because I actually wanted to share something that I literally just saw today. So I like watching a lot of like First Amendment and Second Amendment auditors. And this is a guy that I follow called Amagansett Press. And basically him and his son travel all over the country and just film downtowns, just exercising their First Amendment right to record in public. And they
their name is what?
Amagansett Press. I'll put the link.
There it is.
Yeah.
And I sent you guys the link to my channel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yep. Coach put it in there. And dang it. Let me hit it.
Who are you guys with?
Let me go back to it because I'm going to post a link to this. That's the channel, Amagansett Press.
Who are you guys with?
Nice to meet you. Okay. Sorry.
All right, so he was actually in Aurora, Colorado, which I actually got family there. I've been there a bunch. Someone put this in private chat and in the regular chat. But he actually he doesn't. I don't know if I'm sure he probably knows the story, and they probably went here intentionally to see if the store owners would do anything, or maybe not. I don't know. He doesn't say. And this is really short. I mean, the whole video is 24 minutes, but just this one section is just like a couple minutes. But watch this.
Who are you guys with?
Who are we with? Hi, how are you? My name's Jason.
Okay. Who are you guys with?
Who's asking?
We are.
Who's we?
Bricks and Minifigs. You're pointing cameras and stuff.
Okay, well, nice to meet you.
Okay, well, we wanted
That's
to
actually a
use
customer.
Pointing cameras and filming.
Okay. Wouldn't it be better to come
Yeah,
out
that's
and say,
something.
hey, my name's
Well, but it's
Joe.
kind of invasive. You're automatically setting up. You're just doing your thing without asking us first.
Okay, so is it okay if I get some shots of the?
I'd rather not. No.
So the store owner comes out. This is the actual store owner, allegedly.
Jason, nice to meet you. Yes, we're just making a video. Of what? The area. What's the aggression coming from you guys, first of all?
Well, you didn't come in and introduce yourself first.
I didn't have a chance. I just literally walked up within this, literally a
that was
split
a customer
second.
that ran out. So I don't.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not very nice. That wasn't a nice welcome to your neighborhood here.
Why are you filming the store?
Oh, that's what we can have a very pleasant conversation. No need for all that. So my name's Jason, as well as yours is. I just heard. So we'll never forget each other's names. And we're just making a video about the area here. We saw your store here, and we decided we get some shots of the outside of the building, and
Okay, you got a business
got
card?
yelled at. Absolutely do. What are you upset about?
We're being harassed because of other stores, and it's ridiculous. Like we're getting threats and everything. So that's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm not harassing you. I'm not here to harass
We
you.
had to call the police on a car the other day. They were sitting behind the store and kept calling the store and watching how we were reacting.
I gotta say, there are some crazy motherfuckers out there, and
Yeah.
this is the one part of the story that I don't care for. Is like people going in and trying to fight people. I'm like, bro, what is it? This has nothing to do with this situation. Stop trying to fucking fight people. Stop like pranking and like people that have literally nothing to do with like these stores. You need to stop this shit. It's weird. You know what I'm saying? You know, speak your mind online. That's the best thing you can do. Unless you're personally wronged by people in these stores, obviously. I wouldn't fight them, but you know.
Go egg the business owner's house.
No. Don't egg Eamon. Eamon, he doesn't deserve egg. Spax, what's up, brother? Billy says Lego's a dying company. Kids have too much tech these days. Y'all better get us naked snake tonight. We're almost there. We're almost there. But a hamburger says how much for a naked snake from PDH? It's 1,000. It's double naked snake. Yeah, she puts on a Jaguar bikini. You put on one time. It was really cool. It was like I don't know if it was Jaguar, but it was like green. It looked like camouflage almost.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Yeah, dude. I enjoyed that one. All right. RNG says I'm just a nobody. RNG, you are not a nobody. You're very important. Very, very important. RNG's been here since forever. I can't remember. I think the first I always have a photographic memory, but I think the first RNG stream I remember her being in, I was playing Doom 2016. And I was like fighting a bunch of monsters in this like weird circle area. And I remember seeing RNG the other day. I think that was the first one I can remember. So I usually can remember where it starts. You're gonna get the game. Join us. You're gonna make us a cult in the game. What the hell are you talking about, Haggis? What the hell are you talking about right now?
Watching how you were. I don't even know what
Because
that
they
means.
can see through the back windows.
And there's a
they were
point
seeing
why
who
I'm
was
having
picking
you
up
guys
the phone
watch
and how they
this.
were reacting to their comments and everything.
And what were they going to do with that?
I don't know.
Well, very strange. And then you said you're the owner. This is your store.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're getting some undue aggression for things you didn't do, and so am I.
Correct.
We both are. So pleasure to meet you in the
Nice
middle.
to meet you.
Yeah.
The Salem store did some wrong, and everybody's taking it out.
Is that what he's talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're getting threats.
Well, that's
we're
not
getting nasty emails. We're getting people coming in and screaming in the store.
Really?
And I have nothing to do with it.
Wow.
Because we're all independently owned. So for them to take it out on each store has me on
That's
edge.
terrible.
We're
Well,
losing
right on.
customers.
And that was just a customer that came out initially. Wow. He's a loyal customer. Yeah. Good guy, I guess. He's a friend as well.
It's a loyal customer.
That's just a guy. Right on. You know what? A couple of people will see the video that we're doing about the area here. So if there's anything you'd like to put out there, this is your opportunity to get the word out about something.
Keep growing. We've been here 10 months. We've got a good customer base, and we want to keep growing.
Oh, it's brand new. You just opened this here?
Yeah.
Or you bought it from someone else?
No, I opened it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I opened it, and we finally got the permanent sign 6 weeks ago. It finally got put up.
Okay. You
Yeah,
don't
signs take
walk down
forever.
memory lane, do you? Can we come in?
You can come in.
Take a look.
Yeah,
Cool.
I just wanted to see what you were doing because
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
you want to come in, look around.
Very cool. I appreciate you.
You just can't film inside.
Can't film inside. Oh, well, that was the whole point. Can't film inside. Can I like poke my head in the door and just get a quick look? Is that all right? Yeah. Cool. So here's what a walk down memory lane looks like
That's
from the
cool.
store here. I appreciate it. It's your store.
Bet your store was better, Relic.
It was.
We'll film inside the stores.
Dude,
Oh,
it was
don't know that. Really?
really awesome.
Yeah, they have to put signs up that say it.
Really? Wow. No filming inside the store. Well, I don't want to get you in trouble for sure. Sounds like we got enough going on.
So he just said corporate does not allow any filming inside their
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, to be honest. They're trying to get out from under all that
doors, and that's why. And
I think that might be because of the Reckless Ben situation.
Okay, I was getting ready to ask.
We
was it
always
like
had
that
for
when you-
sure.
when
No,
you
no,
were
I-
filming? Okay.
Here's the thing: like when I had my store, we had kind of open reign to do things. Obviously, follow whatever the franchise agreement we signed. But like, if we wanted to talk to some YouTuber and they filmed the store, like it was fine.
Yeah, I have to say, like, again, corporate seems to have control because they claim they don't have any control, right?
right
over their franchise owners, but they will make it to where their franchise owners won't allow filming and make their franchise owners do all these things. It doesn't make sense to me.
It could have been a cop out from that guy though, because he just didn't want the inside of the store filmed, and
it's possible, but
my mom said no,
but it would make a lot of sense if corporate did do that. So
at this point,
the store.
for sure.
Well, I'm glad that dude chilled out. He was like, "Oh, it's all good," and it was cool. It was super cool, right? Because I agree. Like that's the one thing I agree on. Like, probably don't harass random stores that have nothing to do with the Salem store or this Amon guy. Or
it's really unfortunate how all of this is going to affect these franchise owners because, as you heard in the last video, they already have a huge potential to be fucked over.
Yep. 100%, man. I see Art trying to evoke Mbala. Fuck him. Look at fuck him, Andre. Come on, bro. Andre. Have some heart, brother. God, fuck him. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to Echo for the awesome interview. I'm going to move on to a little bit of the Asmongold for the last hour. So people get the Asmongold taste. And I want you to get a little taste of it before you drop off. But big shout out to all the boys. We're 220 from Naked Snake. Get the hell on it. Diggity dog on it. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to Echo, Last Relic. Shout out to Nick. Just Nick. Shout out to Nick in the chat. Hey, Last Relic. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Everybody hanging out tonight. Yeah, dude. Good interview, man. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I really, really enjoyed it. A lot of spicy shit, man. It just sounds like they're almost like a crime organization. But I will also say, to be completely transparent, it sounds a lot like just a corporate company.
Yeah.
Because now not to the degree where they're fucking suing everybody, but when I was at GameStop, they pulled all kinds of shit like this.
Right.
Now they wouldn't sue your ass, and luckily we weren't franchise owners. Luckily the leases weren't in our name. Thank God, because I guarantee you they do shit like that.
Right.
100%. They would, especially before the age of the internet. Yeah, they would straight up crucify you in the front of the store. They don't give two shits. Because I saw employees get arrested and get felonies when they really shouldn't have. Like I had an employee that just was I don't remember what he was doing. He was like activating PlayStation cards or something. This was a long time ago. And technically the PlayStation cards were worth like $1,000. They weren't actually, but technically on paper they were. It was like an inventory move thing, right? And they called the police. They waited till it was over $1,000 on paper, called the police and took him out in handcuffs and gave him he got a felony, and he could not get a job again for years. And that's kind of sucks. Right?
That does kind of
suck. He shouldn't have been doing the thing, but also it definitely didn't actually.
It feels like
equate.
entrapment at that point.
Yeah, they wait. They totally wait. And I think a lot of corporate companies do that. They literally wait until you are in felony range before they pull the trigger just to destroy you. I think they enjoy it. Relic says, yeah, man, they don't know the difference between moral and legal, but also they use legal to deter terrible dishonest crap. Well, I think a lot of us have been in the situation where you have different contractual obligations, right? And we've had conversations because, like you said in the video, I've had conversations like this in the past, about contracts. I'm like, hey, can I pay on this day? Hey, can we change this a little? And they're like, yeah, dude, it's totally good. And then the day comes, right, where they're looking to get you out, and they'll be like, oh, you violated these terms of the contract. And I'm like, whoa, hold on. We talked about this, brother. And they're like, not too bad. Go fuck yourself. And you're like, whoa, we talked about this. And they just say, too bad, pay $1 million or just walk away with $0. That's kind of what they do, because there still will be money in play, that they owe you. So they'll just be like, you know what? How about we either sue you for $1 million, because technically
or we keep your money for funsies,
or we keep your money. Right. Exactly. And I've been in that situation several times. So you learn pretty quickly, just those people are not your friends. They will act like your friends until the money issue hits. And they're like, yeah, you know what? Kill that guy. Shoot that guy right there. And you're like, whoa, hold on. I thought we loved each other. I thought we were friends. RNG said something about CV. What'd you say, RNG? Said I was shocked to see Hunk in red. Oh yeah, but I'm curious how they're gonna redo the canon for this. Oh yeah, you had to fight his ass or something with a hatchet. It was cool. I enjoyed 9 a lot. I enjoyed 9. I enjoyed I'm excited to see CV. I hope it goes well. At any rate, let's move on to Asmongold real quick. So old Jesse can get a little bit of taste of it. Did you cover the MGS brick story having a cool week so before Reckless Ben? That's likely where the BAM no recording cruel. I haven't actually. Search YouTube for expose bricks minifig for 1,000 minifig. I watched that the other day, but I will pull it up again. Thank you, Anonymous. I appreciate you. Mr. Roy, what do you think of the Halo news? Going to get it? I kind of want to just play it, but the issue is if it's completely remade from the ground up, the engine's going to be different and it's going to feel weird. And the reason I love Halo is because the engine it feels like Halo. It always feels like Halo. That's why Master Chief Collection was great, because it was just Halo. And they just redid some stuff, right? So I don't know, man. I don't know. LRC Tech. What's up, brother? All right, let's move on to the Asmongold stuff, and then we're gonna party. 220 to Naked Snake. Get the hell on it, diggity dog on it. I appreciate you guys on a Monday. Great ass Monday. All right. Well, the Master Chief Collection wasn't good on Xbox, but it was good on PC. Xbox, it was rough because it didn't work for like 2 years. So, but I have it on PC, and it's always been fun. All right, we're going to talk about Asmongold, but before we do that, Carify has a $20 super chat. Oh! Oops. Thank you. Appreciate you. She says, these people are rancid. I'll never understand why people do shit like this. Guess I still have a soul. Anyway, take my money. Well, thank you, Carify. I appreciate it. I will take it. I will take it hard and fast. Thank you, Carify. Love you. Appreciate you. Hell yeah. Yeah, dude, you got to keep reminding us to like. Yeah, like the stream, Specs, you bitch. Appreciate you. All right. Thank you, Carify. Shout out to Carify for always supporting your boy in these trying times. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Carify. That puts us 200 even away. Look at that. We're rolling. We're rolling fast and loose. All right. Let's continue. Where'd you Relic said we should play Halo. It's actually very rare that I play it. But I do need to reinstall it. But every now and then I'll go through a stint where I play the living shit out of Halo. And then I'll just go back to playing Elden Ring, or right now it's been World of Warcraft Classic, like a lot. So at any rate, Asmongold's been catching some heat, boys. He's been catching some heat. And here's what he's been catching heat for. He said, look, I like Asmongold. I've always really liked, I think I've always kind of liked Asmongold. But he does have some takes sometimes. And I think all of us do have some takes.
Right.
You know, all of us have some fucking takes, brother. Okay. But Asmongold had a really bad one the other day, apparently. And we're going to read into it. And I'll give you my opinion on it. Don't be engaged to play Halo. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. It says Asmongold widely praised the first Stellar Blade, but now has criticized the new Stellar Blade protagonist, thinking she looks too young. He says, not gonna lie, I think this character looks too young, and I don't think her voice matches her appearance. Even the first game was perfect. This one, I'm just not a big fan of. Maybe I'm becoming an old man, but that's just my 2 cents. Still looking forward to the game, though. And I understand. Now, to be fair, the protagonist, I think the model for this protagonist is like 34.
Okay.
Like in real life. Like, you know, obviously they have a real life model.
Right.
And I think she's 34. Right. And I think that's where people are like, it's an L. It's an L. And then, of course, I think it triggered like a big chain, like a big chain reaction with people that, you know, enjoy
anime.
Yeah, exactly. But here's the actual clip itself right here. Me, I don't really care. Like it's never bothered me, but where'd it go?
So is this a video game that's based off of a comic or something?
Stellar Blade, I'm not sure. Well, there was the first Stellar Blade and this is the second Stellar Blade. So the first one came out and everybody was like saying it was based because the chick had like fat turd cutters and she was running around.
Yeah.
They're like, based, which I agree, right?
Evie. I'm listening.
The Scarlet Sin. That's the beginning and end of it all. How about you try taking a hit?
You're acting a little strange today.
Why does she look 12 and talk like she's 30?
Well, the model's 30 something, right? So that works, right? And that's like the whole big stink. Okay, so there was people tripping absolute balls about this online, right? Like just tripping balls because, you know, let me see here, right here. So this is kind of attached to this. So Asmongold says, that's the leap I'm making. Lollies look like children, so people are attracted to lollies. Would on average be more likely attracted to real children than somebody who's not. Obviously, as shown in my chart, it's not a 1-to-1 correlation. This person says, Asmongold said it, lollies look like children, so people who are attracted to lollies would be on average more attracted. And there's a huge portion of people that are into that like art style.
Right.
And immediately, and I've seen this before, like as soon as you speak on this, like you get fucking buried.
Right.
You get absolutely buried. And Asmongold's been getting literally buried. Now, I don't think this actually affects Asmongold at all. And I will say, like, trying to, not be internet brained and like have to take a brutal ass side, you got a lot of people, you have to take a side or else they'll kill you, right? And I've never really cared, but he's saying that if you enjoy that art style, you might be more prone to other things like that. Maybe, but I don't see how that would be even measurable, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily fair. I mean, like, you have to draw the line in the sand somewhere. And I get that we take it very, very seriously, but in this case, I think it's too different. It's a whole cultural thing, and I don't think it's necessarily tied to pedophilia.
Yeah, I agree. And it's more of I've seen a lot of people talk about this, and to be fair, I've never really been up on it. I could see what people are saying, or I could see what he's saying kind of to a degree. Bit says it's the same argument as why guns should be banned. It's on the same level as just brain dead. Yeah, sure. And I've never, well, exactly, Bit mascot. The whole issue here is the character is actually, like, the person that modeled it's 34. Right. It's the same thing as, like, people will be, and this is my most hated take. I fucking detest this take. But there's this girl that did a model shoot one time. And she did it with, like, another girl. And this girl is, like, one of the girls is, like, 5'11", and she's, like, 4'10".
Right.
And people were saying that, like, if you thought she was attractive, you were, like, a pedophile. But she's a totally normal age girl. It's just she's short.
Right.
And then there was this weird rhetoric online. You can see this on Twitter all the time, where people are like, if you find women that are like 4'9" or 4'10" attractive, you're like pedo adjacent. And I'm like, whoa, she's 30. What do you mean?
Yeah.
And people were like hounding the Mountain, the guy that, plays the Mountain.
It's almost like at that point, it's not about age, but about, like, stature, right? Like, if you're just attracted to, like, short women or, like, little women, like, it's at that point, it's a lot less about age and a lot more about stature.
It's like Half Thor. So, like, Half Thor, people were calling out Half Thor because his wife is like 5'2". And he's like 7 foot tall. And I'm like, what do you want him to do? Do you want him to only be with somebody who's like a woman that's like 6'9", so it makes sense when you look in a picture? Right. That's not fair.
I mean,
that's ridiculous.
I think it's totally fine to sexualize, like, wanting to be with someone a lot smaller than you or a lot bigger than you. You know what I mean? Like, so she probably fetishizes that too if she's with him. Like, that is totally within the realm of consensual adult behavior, right?
What is this super chat right now? It's Bryce. It's Bryce Jones. Roy says, love the original. I think the Unreal Biz doing it. I think Unreal Biz doing it. What are you talking about? You talking about Stellar Blade right now? Royal I appreciate you. I didn't play it. Okay. What? I didn't do anything, Spec. What are you talking about, Spec? Shut your mouth. Spec's yelling at me again. I didn't even do anything, Spec. I'm being very reasonable. Speaking of reasonable, Bryce. Wait, Bryce. Actually, clicked it. Oh, Spec, you yelled, Specs. I saw you. I seen it. Thank you so much, Bryce. Amazing support from Bryce. I love you, buddy. I appreciate you. Big shout out to Bryce. You're the GOAT. You're the man. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Bryce says, what's emoji snake? Well, Naked Snake is where I take my shirt off and I sing Snake Eater from Metal Gear Solid 3. Although I probably have to do the Spanish version from here on out. Steak Eater. Because Snake Eater is starting to hit me with copyright out of nowhere. After 5 years, it starts to finally hit me again. And I'm like, what the hell? Big shout out to Bryce. This is a huge ass drop, dude. Everybody give Bryce some love. Bryce is the man. People pay for that, PD? Yes. Yes, obviously. Bryce wants some snake in his life. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you so much. I'm going to look over the stuff you sent me and talk to some peeps and see what I can figure out, because I definitely want to do either a video or a stream on what you're talking about. I want to really read into it before I jump all over it, though. And I don't want to do it at the very end of a stream. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to dedicate a lot of time for it. So make sure I did follow you, though, on Twitter, so I can keep that tab open and I can ask you about stuff. So thank you, Bryce. I appreciate you. Shout out to Bryce, everybody. What? Why are you looking at me? Yep. Go. You can leave. Get the hell out of here. You can leave. PDH is leaving, everybody. There she goes. It's way past when she agreed to stay on because she has to get up and go to work in like 2 seconds. Thank you, Bryce. I love you. I appreciate you. Get the hell on it. Doggone it. Shout out to Bryce. He's goated as hell. Bryce, you're goated, man. Keep in touch with me on Twitter so we can I want to talk to you about all that stuff and get your take on it and get some more information if you don't mind. So keep me aware of everything going on. All right. Thank you, Bryce. All right. I'm off for the summer. I'm off all night. Oh, Sledge, you need to start streaming. You need to start streaming some shit, Bryce. Hell yeah. Thank you, Bryce. Appreciate you. Sir Flies, if I get the subs. Specs, listen here, Specs. I'm upset right now at you. You hear me, Specs? I'm just kidding, Specs. It's fine, brother. Thank you, Sir Flies. If I get the memberships. Thank you, buddy. I love you. I appreciate you so much for all of your love. Shout out to Bryce. Appreciate you. Charitard says EV's a fit tomboy. It's true that they have many tomboys in endangered species with their vasectomies, hormones, and I will say this, Charitard. I don't have a huge opinion on all this. But thank you, Charitard. I will say that tomboys did kind of get absorbed into like social politics, weirdly. I've noticed that. Like tomboys don't exist now. It's very strange. Thank you, Charitard. I appreciate you. I love you. Roy Lee says, the girl that still looks like she's 9-year-old, but is 27, that was popular a while back. Same problem. She's in Don't Deserve Love too. Oh, you're talking about that one girl. That one girl. I know who you're talking about. You're talking about that one girl that had a TLC show. I will say this. This is such a different situation. I will say this about that girl on the TLC show. I forget her name. It's like Shauna something. She does look like she's 9. So it's like a really tough situation to where if you are attracted to her, it's unfortunate. Like it sucks. It's a really bad situation because she deserves to have a family. You know what I'm saying? But like, dude, it sucks because she legit looks 9 years old. It sucks. So I wouldn't be the guy, but I'm just saying, like, any guy that like would date her, people are gonna think that. There's nothing you can do about it because she looks like she's 9. There's nothing you can do about it. So I appreciate you, Royal Wee. I love you, buddy. Thank you. My foot is asleep. Carrie says, "Look at what Billy did." Oh, I've seen. I got to scroll back up. Thank you, Carify. I appreciate you. Billy says, "Dig the big donut tonight." And a big. What do you mean a bit extra? What the hell are you talking about, Billy? I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Shout out to Mr. Bill. Mr. Bill. All right. Can I even scroll up that far? Let me look. Sorry, guys. I've been talking. I've been yelling at Specs. Specs deserves a little heat every once in a while. You know? Sometimes you got to give Specs some hate. Sometimes you got to give Specs some hate. You know? I'm just kidding. I love you, Specs. Stream Elements. It says Billy tipped $1,000. Oh! It's time for this. You ready, Billy? This is what this is for. Oh my God, brother. Oh my God, brother. Oh my God, Billy. Billy won the lottery. He told everybody there was going to be signs when he won the lottery. Okay. $1,000 to him is now like $7 to me. So I appreciate you, Billy. Or vice versa. Vice versa. Thank you so much, Billy, for all of your love. I don't know if I have whiskey. I drank a whole bottle of whiskey yesterday, or the day before yesterday, or the day before that. I don't remember. So I'll go find something, though. Shout out to Billy for all of the love tonight. Billy, Mr. Bryce, Sir Flines, you guys are goated as hell. I appreciate you guys for giving so much support. Echo, I love you. I appreciate you guys for doing that awesome interview. It's been awesome, dude. Crazy ass night with some crazy ass folks. You guys have been goated. Thank you, Billy. So we got to do some fight milk. It looks like let me text PDH. Make sure I got eggs because I don't know if the eggs are like 2 or 3 months old. Hold on, 2 seconds, guys. Let me. We got egg. All right, we'll see what she says. She's probably asleep already, or no, she's probably in bed already. But God, my freaking foot is asleep. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you, Billy. Shout out to Billy. Shout out to Bryce. Shout out to everybody that's made it possible tonight. You guys are goated as hell. I appreciate you. Thank you. I don't deserve this kind of support, to be honest, but I'm thankful that you guys think I do. So I appreciate you. I'm thankful that you think this. Thank you, guys. All right. Shout out. Are all tips going to the funeral expenses for Snake? No, it's Snake is alive and well, brother. He's alive and well. All right. The Salmonella stream. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big shout out to all the boys. Love you. Appreciate you guys. Billy. All right. Let's continue. We're going to continue a little bit longer. Appreciate you. RC. Not right now. There's some stuff I have planned for in a few months, but right now I'm just grinding. I'm grinding normal life, you know? Oh, let me check that out, Billy. Did you send it to me? Hold on. Boo, boo, boo. All right, let's see what this is. It's an energy. The CEO, Dennis Ferris. What is this? All right, we'll check it out. I don't know what this is, but I'll check it out, Billy. I appreciate you. Is it over? No, it's not over, Specs. You have to stay. You have to stay, Specs. Okay? You were required. It is required now. So let's check this out real quick. Oh, by the way, I wanted to point this out real quick before we move on here. Shout out to RLC. Shout out to Mr. Bryce. Shout out to Art. Shout out to Surfwine. Shout out to Billy. Shout out to Carify. Shout out to Chad Thomas. We love you, buddy. All right, here we go. So check this out. This says Reckless Ben update. Okay. Reckless Ben update. It says Bricks and Minifigs moves forward with the lawsuit against the Mansell family as the Utah court grants Bricks and Minifigs request to serve the Mansells and Reckless Ben via email. This was 3 hours ago, by the way. 3 hours ago. Let me open this in a new tab so we can actually read it. Right? Oh, this is not the one we have. This is the Bricks and Minifigs franchising, Delaware Corporation, Eamon McNeff, Matthew McNeff, Josh Johnson, Brandon Best. Like, all the people are listed in this lawsuit. Check this out. All of them are listed right here. And here's the other page right here. It says, who? It says, pursuant to Utah R. Civ P4, this matter came up regularly for the hearing before the courts on plaintiff ex parte motion for alternative service. The court has reviewed the motion and found it in good cause. The motion is hereby granted. The court finds in further order as follows. Plaintiff's service efforts regarding co-defendants to date respecting the initial pleadings and TRO via postings, email, registered mail, have been and are sufficient and constitute valid service, which means they can serve them this lawsuit, like not in person. It's just through an email, right? That's the whole point. It says plaintiff's future service to the extent necessary of pleadings and orders herein may be made by posting U.S. mail, FedEx, and or by email to their last known email or mailing addresses and or registered agent's address. On Victor Gwyn's by posting U.S. mail, FedEx. It is reasonable and appropriate to accept as valid and hereafter permit the described alternative forms of service with email service. And then, of course, it has everybody's email on it. This is already in the public posting, by the way. That's wild as hell. Absolutely wild as hell. Everybody's talking about the Mormon Mafia. I don't know anything about that, but it does look like the judge is allowing some crazy shit to happen. You know, seems to be that way. If you're looking at this, it seems to be that way. All right, let's pull up this Louis Rossman. I have no idea the context, but I'm sure we'll find out here in 2 seconds. Shout out to everybody, Bryce. Appreciate you. Shout out to Billy. Shout out to all the peeps. All right. Oh my God, that's what Ben wanted to do. He literally said, I wish I could email these guys instead of trying to have to serve them in person. Well, there you go. There you go. Well, they did it for the other people, right? It's all Asmongold's fault. Just talk to any Mormon, you'll see they're defending it. They say all small town cops do that. Interesting. Bryce says I have the same judge on my case. No! All right. Damn, that sucks, Bryce. Rest in peace, brother. All right. Let's pull up Louis Rosman. Here we go.
keeps getting better and better. I know people in my audience are probably saying, listen, I'm sick and tired of hearing about Dragonfly Energy and Battleborn. They make batteries that you can use in solar systems, boats, RVs, stuff like that. And they're just genuinely horrible batteries. But they're not just horrible batteries. They are also, in my opinion, horrible people. They are suing my friend Will Prowse for doing an honest battery review on YouTube. You can see that here. It's dated June 2nd, 2026. Please do keep that in mind.
No. Here we go with the Streisand effect, boys. Tiffanel says, I got the same shit because I like small boobs. I love a volleyball butt. Oh, Tiffanel, I'm the same way. I love the Mewtwo build. I call it the Mewtwo. Girls that look like Mewtwo, I'm all about it. Right? Something about it. I love that shit. Now, look, it's not like the only thing I like. I like every flavor, you know. But my preferred flavor is Mewtwo girls. They look like volleyball players. Yeah, exactly. That's my shit, brother. I can't get away from it. There's nothing I can do about it. It's just how I live, you know. All right. Anyways,
one of the mistakes that I made is I sent a message to their CEO, Dennis Ferris, in my last video, and I said, you have until Friday of last week to drop the lawsuit. My goal is to get him to drop the lawsuit because I believe it to be frivolous. That is no longer my goal. Please do not drop this lawsuit. Please keep this lawsuit going. If anything, I want to be able to fly to Nevada myself and be able to live stream the look on your face, the judge's face, and the jury's face in court when we present the evidence against you, because this just keeps getting funnier and funnier. So in the complaint, they allege that Prowse's testing is intentionally abusive and invalid. The abuses demonstrated in the video and accompanying release data include that the charge current was simultaneously 49 amps, 30% over the 37.5 amp maximum specified in the manual. So Will's a shitty tester, isn't he? He doesn't know how to test your products at all. Check this out. When you go to their website, it says 37.5 amps right now. So I go to battlebornbatteries.com, product 75 amp hour, 12 volt. I go download over here and I click download on the datasheet. It says max charge current 37.5 amps. So I was noticing that I couldn't find it on archive.org even when I looked for this. This URL does not show up on archive.org. And the reason for that is because they had a different URL for the battery back then. When you use a different URL for the battery, I was able to find it on archive.org. And when you look on archive.org, you can go to the datasheet. And when you get the datasheet, what does it say over here? Max charge current, 50 amps. Now,
oh, they're doing the old switcheroo. That's fucked. Yeah, they're fucked, brother. They went on the website and deleted the old specification for amps just so they could sue. Rest in peace, everybody. You done.
When did they change it? This is the part that really highlights this company as an absolute piece of shit. Check this out. So if I go and I try to download the datasheet, I'm going to hit download. I'm going to download it to the evidence folder. I'm going to just replace that one that's right over there with this one. And now I'm going to go over to my terminal and I'm going to see when that file was modified. What do you think that file's metadata is going to have? EXIF tool. Modified date, June 1st, 2026. June 1st, 2026. When did they file this lawsuit? June 2nd, 2020.
Well, yeah, well, that doesn't look very good, boys. That doesn't look very good there, I tell you what. Rest in peace, boys. What were they thinking, man? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? They literally deleted the old manual that said 50 amps and changed it to 37 just so they could file a lawsuit and claim that he overamped it. Oh, Jesus, boys.
26. They changed the specs on the battery the day that they issued a lawsuit against the reviewer claiming that he tested it at the wrong specs, and that's why it's trade libel. Imagine if Ford advertised that the Ford Mustang has 4 seconds 0 to 60 time. I were to do a video showing it actually has a 5 seconds 0 to 60 time. Ford sues me, and the day that they sue me, they change it to say that the Mustang has a 6 seconds 0 to 60 time. This is absolute fucking clown world. But wait, it gets better. Even on their own YouTube channel, they have a video saying that you can charge at the full capacity of the battery. So this is a 75 amp hour and a 100 amp hour battery. Now, Will tested a 100 amp hour battery at 49 amps. But don't trust me when I say that you could charge that battery at up to 100 amps. Trust them. Check out this video I'm going to take a wild guess, is probably going to get removed from their channel soon. I'm going to include a link down below because I want every single one of you to make sure that this is archived properly.
Keep in mind that you can charge at 100% the capacity of the battery, but this will shorten the cycle life. The battery and the BMS can handle a 100% charge rate.
The battery and the BMS can handle a 100% charge rate. Whose YouTube channel is this? Battleborn. You know, I'm going to subscribe to make sure I stay updated too. Well, Dennis, please, Mr. Dennis Ferris, continue with this lawsuit.
Well, that's the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. Specs says finder fees for your ass. My ass? What the hell did I do? Specs, why do you all you do, Specs, is abuse me. You abuse me every day. Jeff, what's up, Jeff? How you doing, buddy? Do you have any experience with this, Jeff? These Battleborn batteries? So I don't know if you just joined, but this company is trying to fight. They are suing somebody. They're suing a YouTube reviewer for giving the Battleborn battery like a not positive review. They're suing a YouTuber for this. And to do this, they went in and deleted their old manual for the battery, claiming it could handle up to 50 amps. And they also said it on a video, it could handle 100 amps. They changed the manual to make it say 37 amps. The day before they filed a lawsuit. And the whole point of their lawsuit is claiming that the YouTuber overcharged it and it was recommended 37 amps. And they literally changed it the day before. After his video was already out. They changed the specifications in the manual. That they're trying to like file and like make up evidence for their own lawsuit. That's insanity. Insanity. Thank you, Specs. It's insanity, Jeff.
Keep suing Will. In the state that Will is in, if something is considered to be a slap suit like this, in the state of Nevada, I'm not a lawyer. This is just stuff I found on the internet, but what I have in my writing over here, a special motion to dismiss freezes discovery, forces Dragonfly to put up real proof early, and if succeeds, makes Dragonfly pay Prowse's legal fees plus up to $10,000. So not only could Will have all of his legal fees paid for, he could actually make $10,000 off of this. And above all, it would be just a good fucking time. Can you imagine the CEO's face when I start playing back a video on their own YouTube channel saying that you could literally charge this battery at double the amperage that Will did in the review that they're suing him over? When we show that you changed the specifications of the battery on your website one fucking day before you sued him. The look on the judge's face, the looks in the jury's face, and above all, the look on your face. It's going to be worth it to buy that plane ticket to Nevada just to see that and live stream it to the world. Please keep suing Will. This will be the fastest $10,000 he ever made and the most entertaining. I won't even get paid for this, but I don't even care. I find it funny. That's it for today. And as always, I hope
that is insanity, dude. Absolute insanity, Jeff. Says Will's been going after him for months, Jeff, and proving that their batteries melt. It's worse than the Specs. Oh my God. And now they're trying to sue his ass. Well, good luck with that shit. Good luck with that shit, boys. I don't think it's going to play out. I'm going to be honest. Don't think it's going to go in their favor. I'm just putting it out there. Okay. I'm just putting it out there. Luis is a cat. He's a cat enthusiast. I am also a cat enthusiast. I have a fat ass white cat and black cat. He's like white and black. Right now, but I had two dogs. My German Shepherd passed away a few weeks ago. He's a monster. But he started falling apart and couldn't walk anymore. It just got real bad. But my husky, he's still kicking, and he's 11 years old now, and he's also huge. He's fat though. He's getting fat because I think when Loki was on his last leg, we were feeding Loki, kind of foods he liked because whatever, right? And Mal was getting a taste. My husky was getting a little taste of the glory. So I think he gained a little bit of weight, So we got to take him on hikes and get him some orange tiger. We got to give him some diets. We got to give him a diet and take him on some walks. Take him back to his favorite hiking spot. He loves that shit. He walks every day, but I need to take him on a hike. The issue is like he's gonna get too tired on the hike. You used to take him on hikes every other day, and he was a monster. But then when Loki started falling apart, obviously Loki couldn't go on hikes anymore, and it got kind of rough for a while. So it was just Mal walking around. But at any rate, yeah, it's all good. Now I hear that line about the Nacho Libre, a little taste of the glory. See what it is like. Default Anonymous says, with the fact that companies can sue, knowing someone cannot afford to go through a long battle, what stops these companies from fucking over anyone they want other than public outcry like BAM? The off chance that the person does go after you. So I think companies are a little bit less likely to go after you just from the fact that the off chance that you fought back like a really frivolous lawsuit and embarrass them and give them horrible PR. Because that's always a possibility. Now, it seems to me that Bricks and Minifigs literally doesn't give a fuck. They literally don't care. That's kind of what I'm gathering. Bricks and Minifigs doesn't give two flying shits about any of it. They're just going to destroy everybody. They're destroying everybody. And as Echo Base Network said earlier, they have something else coming out soon that's going to be big. I'm excited to see that. I subscribed to it. I was like, did I subscribe? I better have subscribed. So that's going to be interesting. be interesting to see what's going to happen, brother. Very, very excited. So get the hell on it, doggone it. All right, big shout out to 200 Watt Studio. Well, wait, what's up, buddy? Welcome back. He said, I feel you, brother. I just lost my dog of 17 years months ago. Yeah, it was rough. It was a rough time, buddy. It was a rough time, but you know, it was very necessary. I had this guy that commented. Now, look, I understand that people have different perspectives, likely because life experience, right? I had this guy comment on my dog's post where I was talking about my dog, last day. And he was like, I don't understand why anybody would put an animal down. Just let the dog die naturally. And I'm like, you definitely have never been in this situation. Like, it's a huge dog that, high energy, loves to do stuff, can't walk anymore. Literally has lost all control over his bowels, has a condition that is going to make it to where he stops breathing soon. Right? It's called degenerative myelopathy, right? It's like doggy ALS. And he was so bad that he was just laying there and I would pick him up and take him outside and, let him pee and then come back in and he would just pee immediately on himself again, like 10 minutes later. And he was starting to act strange. He was starting to see shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was rough. If people knew, so it's not fair to them to force them to go through all this shit, because he was not enjoying this and he was in intense pain all the time. I think we can finally determine that, right? So at any rate, a lot of people have that perspective because they've never been through it. It was something that you have to do. When you're in that position, you just have to do it. So that's what we did, and luckily he's not hurting anymore, and yeah, it was rough though. It was not fun. So, anyways, yeah, Billy, it's a wild time. It's a wild time. Jay Sledge says it's mercy. Yeah, I agree. It took a long time. It took a long time for me to accept it. It took a long time. That probably waited a little too long. In my opinion, but at any rate, yeah. ARM, Intel, NVIDIA all have huge potentials to keep exploding with the data center needs. Also, Clean Spark is vital for some parts of the centers, and it's at like $16. Oh, are you talking about stocks in my chat right now, brother? I'm from Alabama, right? The only stock I have is beef stock, brother. Let's go. Thank you, Hate Breed. Appreciate you. Beef stock. Maybe a little bit of chicken stock too. You know what I'm saying? That's how I roll anyway. But at any rate, it's been a very, very interesting day. I should be streaming every single day this week, by the way. I should be streaming every single day this week, I think. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very, very interesting. 200 Watt Studio says, you love your dog. It's your responsibility to take away the pain. It sucks. It does. It feels wrong. Everything feels wrong, to be honest. Like, both things feel wrong. So thank you, 200 Watt. I appreciate you, brother. Shout out to my boy, 200 Watt Studio. Thank you, buddy. Hey, guys, we are 30 likes away from the big fat goal. 30 likes away. Make sure you guys do me a big ass favor and like the show. And we're going to do a few more things here. And then we're going to hobble the hell off. There ain't no damn way that's Cecil. Cecil ain't that jacked. He might have used to be, though. Cecil used to be pretty jacked. We got to give him some credit, okay? Cecil was all right. He can do it again. I believe in him. I believe in you, Cecil. All right. At any rate, everyone should buy the three big AI IPOs, at least a little bit. They are all IPOing in the next half of the year. This sounds like a different language. Sounds like a different language. What's up, Kennedy Advocate? How you doing, brother? Yeah, this is the part of the stream where I kind of talk to chat and hang out. So talk to me. Give me something. Give me something. Oh my God, brother. This is the Halo thing is so silly. People have been just going wild. They're trolling. They're trolling good. They're trolling hard. It's funny. I don't. What do you mean you don't? I'll be streaming 2 or 3 times a week myself. Hell yeah, brother. This is 627, I think, MA. Yeah, I'll be watching some of your streams. What do you plan on playing, Sledge? I know I kind of want to play... I want to play Halo CE probably before the campaign Evolve comes out, because I'm going to probably play that too. I'm going to play it. I'm just not going to... I don't know if I'm going to enjoy it or not. Because the game it likely won't feel exactly like Halo. Unless they somehow kept the engine. I don't really know how it's going to work. You guys probably know more about it in the chat. I haven't really been keeping up with it. I just saw the cover art, Yeah, art. You know what? Listen, you keep your Cecil disparaging Cecil comments out of my chat. All right. Okay. Cecil's a good-hearted, young, attractive, ripped man. Oh my God. We love our boy. Campaign Evolved has all the stuff they originally planned for the OG in the game. Interesting. Oh, there's extra missions I read. That's kind of cool. I like that. What's up, Kyler? How you doing, brother? Less Logic says, I'm sure they'll try to make it feel close, but who knows? Yeah. Sledge says Resident Evil, but I don't want to burn through all of them, have none left to play. Well, shit, that's when you move on to Silent Hill, brother. Then you move on to Halo, and then suddenly it's been 4 months, and you can go back to Resident Evil again. Dude, I did that for years, brother. Ocarina of Time is a good game to stream. Love that one. That was one of my favorite games I've ever streamed. Which was funny, because I didn't really care for Majora's Mask, which was interesting. A lot of people were like, Majora's Mask is the best. And I was like, I don't know. There's something about it. It just didn't speak to me the way Ocarina of Time did. But you can use the fuel rod guns and plasma swords now. Yeah, you couldn't, could you? Yeah, they would just they would either disappear or explode, right? Mr. Insanity said, yo, YouTube removed the like number account. What? You lie. You liar, Mr. Insanity. Let me see if you're lying. God, it's loud. Not on my end, Mr. Insanity. Maybe it's just in your zone. I really hope not, though. That would suck. That would suck. Crimson Desert's been my jam lately. Hell yeah, brother. I watched Raken play that. Oh, I've seen that. I've seen you play that, Sledge. Final Fight Streetwise. I played a lot of Final Fights. I don't know about that one. Or just consume multiple hour retrospective lore documentaries like I do. I do that with Elden Ring. So there was a time where I was actually playing Elden Ring, and I would have a lore documentary about Elden Ring on whilst playing Elden Ring. It was very soothing. You hear about all the people who had like all the gods and their children and the demigods and all. It was fun. I still don't know the lore. By the way. I watched 100 documentaries on the lore of Elden Ring, and I still don't get it. There was like the one lady that was married to that one guy that's like the boss of the game, the Elden Lord or whatever. And then he leaves her to be with this other chick. And then that's where a few other characters come from. And they all have like scarlet rot, and they're all mad. I don't fucking know, brother. That's about as all as I know. That's about as much as I retained in those 4-hour documentaries that I watched over and over. What's the lore of on Melania? She's Radahn's sister, right? And from what I remember, she didn't want to be involved in any of the things happening or something. Like she was like a true OG. And that's all I remember. Artist Finks, I love you, buddy. I appreciate you. Get the hell on it. Diggity dog on it. Shout out to Bryce, by the way. Thank you, buddy. Big shout out to Bryce for all those crazy red boys. That's insane. Insane, brother. Insane. Is she not Radahn's sister? Come on, Art. Fill me in. I don't remember, dude. You gotta have some heart. Have some heart, brother. Pebbles says what people don't get is dogs in the wild wouldn't live as long as they do as pets, so they wouldn't suffer from old age related things. Suffer from, you need to do what's best for them. I agree, Pebbles. Thank you for the Rumble rant. I completely agree. I agree. All right. I need to get past first of the new Zeldas. I've only ever played Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. I've never played any other Zelda except for the very first one on Nintendo when I was a kid and had no idea what was happening. The surprise witness has dug up a 20-year-old newspaper article about best friends Eamon and Josh. You got to tell me what's going on, brother. You got to tell me. My dog passed recently. Her name was Pepsi. She was a boxer. Pepsi. Yeah, my dog was Loki. Old Loke. I called him Loke. Mr. Loke. Mr. Loke. Oh. All right. A Link to the Past is your favorite. I've heard a lot of people say that. That's like the third one, right? I think that's the one on Super Nintendo. I could be wrong. Never played it. I've watched gameplays of it. Art says donate $100 on the way out, or those aborted Downs YouTuber people will win. No, not McJuggernuggets. When you said that the other day, Art, you told me you think they were faking all that. I 100% was like, I think I agree, because I saw a post. I don't know anything about the guy. I do remember the name, but I read one of his posts on X where he said, 10 years ago I ended my series, blah blah blah. And I read a little bit about it where like it was all about this crazy shit, like where he killed his father, and it was all like a skit thing. And I was like, wait a second. Does that mean he faked all this? And then you said it to me literally like later on that day, and I was like, brother, I think I agree with that. I don't know though, right? It's kind of like one of those things. It's like negative attention, still attention, right? I guess. So that's just how I see it. I could be wrong though, but it seems likely, or it seems like at least possible, So at any rate, he started his own channel by fake killing his own dad. Well, that was the end of the series, right? I don't know. I just read that. I think Bonnie Blue's faking too. Yeah, I agree. Try T. Same thing. So there's this like rhetoric going on right now where everybody's mad at Bonnie Blue because she's drinking alcohol and taking shots and she's pregnant. I think the shots she's taking aren't real alcohol. I think they prepare her a shot of water. Because what does it do? It gets more people talking about her, which will lead to more people subscribing to her and any of her membership options on any app that she has, just leading to more money. Like, do you really care if people hate you if you're driving a Ferrari every day? Or you live in a freaking mansion? Do you really care what people think? Because eventually you have a $20 million, you could just cut the internet off and fucking dip out and delete everything. And you still have $20 million, right? So that's probably the way they're looking at it. I agree. Bryce's stage. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way, Bryce. Kind of feel the same way. Who? Bonnie Blue. Bonnie Blue's that chick that apparently had sex with like 1,000 guys or something. Your ex, Bryce, what the hell, brother? Come on, man. Why though? Why, Bryce? Why'd you do this? How could you? No, I'm just kidding. You're a better med than me. Yes, sir. I think Bonnie Blue is faking too, but their actions and morality will encourage real psychos. That is the unfortunate truth. That is the unfortunate truth. You are right on the money, Chatty, because you'll see people doing weird challenges. Like, for example, great example. You remember those prank videos where people would prank people in the street and do like really fucked up stuff? Well, it turns out the majority of those videos were all staged. Rightly so. Because eventually you're going to get arrested. Right? So when that came about, the prank videos started trailing off, but then of course the new generation rose up and then prank videos came back. But a lot of the kids that were getting famous for it, they were just doing real shit. Like that one kid that would in the UK, I think it was, he would run into people's houses and just start throwing stuff off their like shelves and like screaming in their face while they're eating dinner and then run through their back and film all of it. I'm pretty sure he got arrested multiple times. And I'm like, they're just doing it because they think they're going to get famous. And I think this resurgence and all this started with iShowSpeed. Because iShowSpeed was like fucking blowing his apartment up and catching shit on fire. And people started getting this air. And I'm not saying that like he's bad for doing any of these things. What I'm saying is it created this air of an atmosphere where people had to one-up each other forever. So eventually it just leads to you like stalking people and like breaking into their house at 3 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Or stealing their car. That's what it ends up being. because they have to keep wanting up until somebody gets arrested or killed. Because everybody wants to be famous, right? In the 90s, if you asked a kid what they wanted to be in like 4th grade when they grew up, they would say doctor, lawyer, astronaut, right? If you ask kids nowadays in schools, across the board, they want to be famous, like Instagram models or famous YouTubers. That's all they say. Streamers. That's it. Like I'll go to a family get together. Usually not my family, because my family don't really do that kind of thing. But I'll go to like a get together, somebody else's family, and like the kids will hear that I'm a streamer, and they're like, "What? Oh my God, you're a streamer!" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's what I do." And they're like, "How many subscribers do you have?" And I'm like, "Like 250,000." And they're like, "Oh, okay, that's it." And I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Oh." Like they don't think it's like, they think it's lame if you don't have like 100 million like subscribers or something. They think it's completely lame. You're like, "Oh damn, that sucks. I thought it was pretty cool, youngster. How could you? How could you disparaging me?" He disparaging me. Slaying Air says my ex is a prostitute now. Well, shit. Or the people that would lick ice cream, drink milk. Yeah. Well, they all got arrested too. Rest in peace. They all got. All of them got. You know, it's too much. It's gone. Yeah, RLC, I agree. I completely agree. Yep. They don't understand their kids. Yeah. No, I mean that's it. They what they think, Carlos, is if you're not like Mr. Beast, then you're not like a real person, right? Billy, I literally told you in a DM I'll raid you tomorrow. Did I not? Am I crazy? You said you agreed. I said, "Hey, I'll shoot you a raid tomorrow," and you said that sounds cool. What the hell, Billy? We have a contract here, Billy. In DMs. Come on, Billy. You're so lame, old man. Hell yes. Oh my God. All right. Thank you. Appreciate you. I appreciate you, boys. All right. What we got? What time is it? I'll get off in a few more minutes. I'm gonna do Naked Snake though. Don't forget. It's 250 million more than me. What? Oh, you mean 1,000? Okay, I was about to say, what the fuck? 250 million. Could you imagine? Fuck. I'd sell my YouTube channel to Disney or something for like $1 billion and dip out. I heard Jesse Ridgway's whole thing is rage bait stunts. Yeah, and that's kind of what Art was alluding to earlier, where he thought like his abortion of his baby that had Down syndrome was fake, and I wouldn't be surprised. We were raised on community. They're raised on being on the self being the most important thing. Why do you think they're all sick and crash out without thinking? At least they got us all the body cameras. Yeah, you're right, dude. Growing up in the 90s, it's completely different now. The 90s were something else. And a lot of people try to attribute it to, oh, well, every generation goes through this. And I don't think that's true. I'm going to be honest. Because even older people that are 50 or 60 now said like the 90s and early 2000s was really extremely different and more prosperous, right, than now. And I think it likely has to do with social media. And the reason, and I know that's like kind of a cliche thing to say nowadays, but in like a more deeper sense, social media has completely changed everyone's brain, right? Whereas people would feel fulfilled by helping their friend like play a video game or build a Lego set or something of that nature, or shoot a small little movie on their camcorder, or go to school. You know, they do these things and like activities like with each other. And that's how they felt fulfilled. And then they would learn to do other things like activities and stuff to make them feel fulfilled. Now it's like completely, it's likes on social media, right? Like people that are young, and I say younger, probably like 25 and younger, maybe a little bit older. If they don't like get feedback on social media, like engagement, they immediately like hate themselves, and they think they have zero value, and that couldn't be further from the truth at all. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't be further from the truth, because everybody, like generally speaking, everybody has value, man. Like to your family, to your loved ones, to people that care about you, to your friends, like everybody generally will have a little bit of value. Like, you know, there's someone out there that cares about you, right? And coincidentally, those people, like, let's say you're getting 1,000 likes on your Instagram pictures, none of those people actually care about you. They care about the image. You know what I'm saying? So, Fractal, I agree. You know, I say I agree, Bryce, right? I say I agree, but also it's hard because I didn't have social media, but I had the internet when I was 12. You know, I had dial up, and then I got DSL, and I was playing Halo and shit when I was 14, right? And I was playing Battle.net and World of Warcraft, and social media is a different beast, though. I mean, I didn't have social media until I was like 17, 18, right? And social media back then was not the social media of today. You know, it was like posted a picture of my foot. You know what I'm saying? No one cares. Now it's completely different. What's up, Marianne? How you doing? I was watching about this Lego story. I couldn't care at all. It's stupid. I just can't bring myself to care. What about the whole shebang? The whole shebang. I didn't at first, like when I first started reading about it a little, and then I got engrossed in it because I like watched one of the interviews and I started like really getting into it, like talking about it, then enjoying it, you know. And I'm hoping that things work out in the correct way, like the lawsuit, RICO suit, all that's just dropped, gone. But you're nice to say everybody has value. But the fact is, there are people who are an absolute negative on society. It's not up to you to decide, but they do exist. Yeah, and what I was meaning is like generally, you have value to someone. Yeah, there's some people out there that suck. I totally agree. Right? You know, but that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. You know? All right, boys. 20 likes away from 300. I need you guys to spam the hell at that like button so we can hit the like goal. Let's hit it. Got to stomp out corruption, brother. Thank you, Hemorrhoid. Wait, what do you mean? What account got suspended? I think I know what you're talking about. Hold on. Were you talking about the account that had the court document? The WW2 letter? Send it to me. I want to see. WW2 letter. Let me look. All right. No, something else. Well, shit. You fucking me. You fucking me, brother. Come on, Mick. I don't even know what we're talking about right now. I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. I wish I was a dictator of the world. Things would be different. Shit. All right. Anyways. All right, let's do Naked Snake and get the hell off here. 15 likes away from 300. All right. 15 likes away. Oh my God, Fractal Mage. Come on, brother. Come on, man. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, man? All right. Billy, I don't see you streaming. Am I crazy? I'm just going to type in Billy Hatcher. Nothing. Is it a different account or something? I don't know. I have to send me a URL or something. I'll go ahead and raid you, even though I said I wouldn't, you bitch. I'll do it. All right. Fart and Snake. They posted this old World War II letter about this guy as a wife being a whore. Cody talking about things being different back then. Reminded me of it. Oh. Right here. That's literally what I just typed in, Billy. This is literally what I just typed in. Of course. Oh, right here. No, I don't care. Whatever. Put it in. You can DM it to me. I don't care. Rust, I think he's playing Halo. Billy is a liar. He's a liar. How dare you, Billy? I'm going to do Naked Snake and hop off here. And then tomorrow I'll get some new eggs and shit. Just send me, Billy, listen, calm down. Send me a fucking link, Billy. Okay? Come on, brother. Come on, brother. You got this. I believe in you. Send me a link. That's all I need. Stop being a bitch. Being a bitch right now. God. Anyone see Scary Movie 6? I have not, because I heard like a lot of negative things about it and it spooked me. I was like, no. I want to go see that goofy He-Man thing though. What are we getting off new egg? Shit, new egg. Shit. Mr. Newegg. Shout out to Bryce, by the way. Thank you, buddy, for all your support tonight. You didn't have to do all that shit, but I appreciate it. I love you. All right, Billy. Okay. All right. We're going to raid Billy since he's panicking. He's panicking in the chat right now. We'll do it. We'll give you some love. There you go, Billy. Critical Henry said the He-Man movie was fun, a bit long. I've heard that from a lot of people that it's just kind of fun. And I'm like, okay, I'm cool with that. 15 likes for 300, boys. All right, let's do Naked Snake, and then we're going to raid Billy's bitch ass. Yes, we're getting prepared. We're getting prepared, man. Backrooms is good. I liked Backrooms. I liked it a lot. All right, here we go. You guys ready for some Naked Snake for the 627th stream in a row? 627 in a row, guys. Thank you, guys, for all your love. Shout out to Billy. Shout out to Bryce. Everybody, you guys are goated. Thank you. All right, we're doing it, Carify. You know what? We're doing it. Calm down, Carify. I'm doing it, Carify. We're doing it. Time for Naked Snake. We're going to do Spanish Naked Snake, though, because the other one keeps getting me hit for no reason. I don't like it. God, why did I leave her mic on? God, I'm stupid. All right. How do I do this again? Boop, 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 boop. All right, here we go. You guys ready? Fantastic. It's a Spanish snake night, boys. You guys ready? Like the show. Here we go. We'll be back tomorrow, of course. Don't forget. Cha-ching! Oh my God. Here we go.
What a thrill. With darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt into
Here we go, boys. You guys ready?
What a fear in my heart. But you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. Stay here in my time. Help me, nobody else. Cry, it's the way I fly to.
Oh my God.
I'm still in a dream. Stay here.
Oh my God, here we go.
Stay here. Someday you'll know the rain. Someday you'll feed on a tree frog. It's your deal.
Oh my God.
Trial to survive.
Can you feel it, boys? Can you feel it?
I give my life, not for honor, but for you. Stay here in my time. Help me, nobody else.
Oh my God.
Cry, it's the way I fly to you. Stay here. I'm still in a dream. Stay here.
It's Stay Heater, boy.
Stay here.
Here we go, boys. You ready? One more time. Here comes the solo. Here we go. 627 in a row, boy. Here we go, boys. Oh my God. He's going for it. Oh my God. Hell yeah, brother. The other one kept hitting me. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you. The actual snake eater was like hitting me with DMCA, like shared revenue after 5 years of using it. So it depends. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So the Spanish one, I think, saves my ass a little bit. 10 likes from 300. I appreciate you guys so much. Get the hell on it, doggone it. And thank you for everything you do. I love you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Riley Marshall. Love you. Big shout out to Bryce. I appreciate you, brother, for everything you do. Shout out to everybody. Art the Clown even dropped some. Damn, brother. Chad Thomas, my man. Carify. Cheritard. Thank you, guys. Sir Fwines. You guys are goated. 200 Watt Studio. Welcome back, brother. RNG. I saw. Remember, RNG was in here. I love you. Appreciate you. Where is the other one? Tiffany also said on Rumble, that's horrible. It's the kindest thing you can do. Yes. It was rough. It didn't feel like it. It all just felt awful. But thank you. I love you. 290 PB Tony. Hell yeah, brother. See you guys later. Chat T. I love you. Appreciate you. RLC. I love you. Appreciate you. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Get the hell on it, doggone it. We're going to raid Billy because he's a bitch. Carol says, thank you. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate you, Carol. All right, boys. We'll see you over. I'll get a shout out. See you guys tomorrow. Get the hell on it, doggone it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Squish, I got to go buy Fight Milk supplies. I ain't got no non-rotten eggs, nor do I have any alcohol. So, all right. So we're gonna put it on the dock. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Get the hell on it, doggone it. Thanks, boys. Love you. Shout out to Billy. Raiding